The subtle shift in the morning light, now a softer, more diffused gold, traces the elaborate cornices high above you, illuminating the delicate, almost imperceptible dust motes suspended in the air. You feel the cool, smooth silk of the sheet against your skin as you slowly stretch, a gentle, languid unfolding of limbs after a night of deep, restorative repose. The warmth of the heavy duvet, still substantial and comforting, settles around your waist as you subtly shift your weight, the fine fabric whispering a low, almost inaudible rustle with each deliberate movement. You allow your bare feet to finally find the cool, polished expanse of the marble floor beside the bed. The initial, faint chill is fleeting, quickly replaced by the smooth, solid sensation beneath your soles, grounding you to the quiet permanence of the room. Just beyond, a plush hand-knotted aubusson rug, deep crimson with intricate faded floral patterns, awaits, its soft wool inviting your next unhurried step. You stand, feeling a gentle, pleasant pull in your muscles, a languid awakening that spreads from your calves upwards. The grand master suite stretches around you, familiar in its proportions, yet always offering new, subtle details in the changing light of the new day. A faint, clean scent of beeswax polish mingled with the delicate, almost imperceptible fragrance of the dried roses arranged in the ornate porcelain vase on the commode drifts to you, a gentle perfume of the morning. Your gaze travels with unhurried purpose across the room, past the substantial, dark mahogany armoire whose deeply polished surface gleams with a deep, rich luster, reflecting the window light like still water. You notice the way the light catches the finely beveled edges of the large, perfectly clear mirror set into its central panel, creating tiny dancing prisms. With an inherent unhurried grace, you move towards the tall, arched windows, their heavy velvet drapes, a muted silver gray, still partly drawn, filtering the external world into a soft, diffused glow. The world outside is beginning its gentle stir, a distant, almost imperceptible hum, but here, within these thick, solid walls, a profound quietude remains, undisturbed. You reach out, your fingertips brushing the cool, intricately embroidered edge of the curtain. The weight of the fabric is substantial, a testament to its exceptional quality and enduring age, the velvet pile yielding softly beneath your touch. You pull it back a fraction further, allowing a wider, more direct shaft of the soft morning sun to spill across the intricate parquet floor, illuminating those tiny ethereal dust motes as they continue their slow, silent dance in the sunbeam. A soft, almost inaudible rustle of starched linen comes from the adjacent antechamber, the subtle, discreet sign of an attendant arranging your day clothes with practiced, quiet efficiency. You do not turn your head, simply acknowledging the quiet, professional presence. The distant, muted clatter of a passing carriage on the cobbled street below, its sound profoundly softened by the thick, leaded glass of the windows, filters into the room, a gentle, rhythmic counterpoint to the profound stillness that permeates the air around you. You pause, allowing your breath to deepen, to settle, observing the intricate interplay of light and shadow on the ornate plasterwork of the high ceiling, noting the subtle variations in the hand-painted details. The air, faintly crisp and fresh from the slightly open casement, carries a delicate hint of something green and blooming, perhaps jasmine, from the garden courtyard below. You remain by the window, a quiet sentinel in your private world, as the golden light continues its slow, deliberate journey across the room, promising the gentle, unhurried unfolding of the new day. A profound sense of calm settles over you, a quiet anticipation. The delicate, sweet fragrance of jasmine, now more pronounced than the faint hint from your bedroom window, draws you further into the apartment's quiet embrace. You have moved from the master suite, the cool marble of its floor now a memory beneath your slippers, towards the private salon, a space where the morning light filters through tall, elegant windows with a softer, more intimate quality. The air here feels subtly warmer, less crisp, imbued with the gentle perfume that has drifted in from the enclosed courtyard garden. You step across the threshold, the polished oak parquet floor sighing almost imperceptibly under your weight, a low, soft creak that quickly fades into the room's prevailing stillness. The salon unfolds around you, awash in a muted, creamy light that illuminates the intricate patterns of the Aubusson carpet underfoot, its faded rose and gold motifs, speaking of generations of quiet elegance. Your hand brushes lightly against the smooth, cool surface of a small, inlaid rosewood table as you pass. The fine grain of the wood a testament to its meticulous craftsmanship. You notice the way the morning light catches the subtle sheen of the silk damask wallpaper, its intricate floral patterns appearing to almost breathe with the gentle undulations of the fabric. You choose a fauteuil near one of the tall windows, its frame carved from dark, aged walnut, the curves softened by time and careful handling. Allowing your weight to settle, you sink into the deep, yielding cushions, the rich velvet upholstery sighing softly beneath you, molding to your form with a gentle, supportive pressure. The fabric, a deep, muted sapphire, feels cool and smooth against your fingertips as you trace the subtle texture of the pile, a comforting, almost hypnotic sensation. From this vantage, you can see the courtyard below, a rectangle of verdant green where the jasmine vines clamber vigorously up the stone wall, their clusters of small white blossoms nodding gently in the faint breeze. A single bee, a tiny industrious speck, buzzes lazily amongst the blooms, its low, steady drone, a barely audible counterpoint to the quiet of the room. The scent of jasmine deepens, a sweet, heady note that mingles with the faint, almost imperceptible aroma of old books from the nearby mahogany shelves, a comforting blend of nature and history. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warmth of the filtered sunlight fall across your face, a gentle caress. The subtle sounds of the apartment staff preparing for the day drift from a more distant part of the house. A faint, almost musical clink of porcelain, the soft, rhythmic sweep of a brush against a polished surface. These sounds are not intrusive, merely a gentle reminder of the world beyond your immediate, quiet sanctuary. You open your eyes again, tracing the delicate, gilded edge of a framed landscape painting on the opposite wall, its serene depiction of an Argentine countryside vista inviting a quiet contemplation. The morning continues its unhurried progression, carrying with it a profound sense of peace. The cool, smooth wrought iron of the balcony railing greets your fingertips as you step out from the quiet salon, the gentle morning air a refreshing contrast to the contained warmth within. You find yourself standing on your private balcony, high above Alvear Avenue, where the soft, diffused light of early morning bathes the grand facades in a pearlescent glow. The scent of jasmine from the courtyard is now faded, replaced by the crisp, clean aroma of the city's awakening, mingled with a faint, almost imperceptible hint of damp earth and distant, freshly brewed coffee. Your gaze sweeps across the iconic avenue, still largely quiet in these early hours. The grand Parisian-style buildings opposite stand in stately rows, their intricate Beaux-Arts details softened by the gentle light, their pale stone surfaces absorbing and reflecting the dawn. You lean slightly against the solid carved stone balustrade, its surface cool and substantial beneath your forearms, feeling the intricate relief patterns traced by the morning sun. The air is still, carrying only the most distant, muffled sounds of a new day beginning. Perhaps a delivery cart rumbling softly on the cobblestones far below, or the faint, high-pitched chirping of sparrows nesting in the thick canopy of the jacaranda trees that line the avenue. These sounds are not jarring, but rather weave into the tranquil tapestry of the morning, a subtle underscore to the prevailing quiet. You observe the leaves of the jacaranda trees, still a vibrant green, their delicate fronds swaying with an almost imperceptible rhythm in the gentle breeze. The light filters through them, creating shifting patterns of shadow on the pavement below, a slow, natural dance. A solitary figure, perhaps an early riser or a returning night owl, walks slowly along the wide sidewalk, their footsteps almost entirely absorbed by the distance and the thick foliage, a mere whisper of human presence. You notice the precise, geometric lines of the ornate street lamps, their bronze details gleaming faintly in the increasing light, each a small, perfectly crafted sculpture. The feeling of the morning sun begins to warm your skin, a gentle, comforting heat that spreads from your exposed forearms upwards, a quiet embrace. A subtle shimmer catches your eye on the polished brass plaque of a building across the street, reflecting the sun's strengthening rays. You trace the intricate scrolling patterns in the wrought iron of your own balcony's railing, feeling the cool metal beneath your fingers, noting the precise curves and delicate joinery, evidence of careful, historical craftsmanship. The sheer height of your vantage point offers a profound sense of detachment, allowing you to observe the nascent city without being swept into its current. The air, though carrying the scent of the awakening city, feels remarkably fresh and clear, a promise of the day's gentle progression. The soft, even light continues to illuminate the avenue, inviting a quiet, unhurried contemplation of the world below. You remain a silent observer as the first faint glint of polished chrome from a distant automobile catches the light, a tiny, fleeting spark in the grand, unfolding panorama. The soft, cool breeze from the balcony still lingers on your skin as you turn, stepping back into the hushed warmth of the apartment, leaving the expansive vista of Alvear Avenue to its quiet morning awakening. The ambient sounds of the city, previously a distant hum, now recede once more, absorbed by the thick walls and the heavy velvet drapes you passed moments ago. You move with an unhurried grace, your slippers making only the faintest whisper against the polished oak parquet floor as you navigate the familiar passages towards the library, a cherished sanctuary within your private residence. As you approach the library's grand, double doors, crafted from a deep, rich mahogany, a subtle, earthy scent begins to greet you, the distinct, comforting aroma of aged paper and fine leather, mingled with the faint, sweet perfume of beeswax polish that permeates the wood. The doors themselves are imposing, yet their weight feels balanced and familiar as you gently push one inward, revealing the room beyond. The light within is softer, more subdued than in the salon, filtered by the high, narrow windows, creating an atmosphere of quiet contemplation. Dust motes, almost invisible, dance in the shafts of light that penetrate the room, catching the golden glow. You step into the library, the air feeling slightly heavier, imbued with the quiet gravity of countless stories and accumulated knowledge. Your gaze sweeps across the floor-to-ceiling shelves, each meticulously crafted from the same dark, lustrous mahogany, their surfaces gleaming with a deep, almost liquid sheen. Rows upon rows of books, bound in various shades of leather, rich crimson, forest green, deep navy, and burnished brown, stand in ordered silence, their gold-tooled spines catching the ambient light. You walk slowly along one aisle, the polished floorboards emitting only the faintest, almost imperceptible creak under your careful tread. Your fingers drift idly over the spines, tracing the raised bands of the leather, feeling the subtle textures of the gilt lettering and the smooth, cool surface of the aged material. Each volume possesses a unique tactile history, a faint warmth transferred from previous hands. You pause before a particular section, your eyes scanning the titles, seeking a volume that resonates with the contemplative mood of the morning. The quiet rustle of your sleeve against a neighboring book is the only sound, a soft, intimate whisper in the stillness. You feel the cool, dry air against your hand as you carefully select a rare volume, its leather binding a deep, faded burgundy, embellished with intricate, almost imperceptible patterns. The book slides out from its resting place with a soft, satisfying sigh, a gentle, almost inaudible sound of displacement. The weight of the volume in your hands is substantial, a comforting heft that speaks of its history and the quality of its craftsmanship. You turn it over, feeling the fine, slightly worn texture of the leather, noting the delicate imperfections that only age can bestow upon such an object. The faint, sweet scent of the old paper, a subtle aroma of vanilla and thyme, rises gently to meet you. You hold the book for a moment longer, savoring the quiet connection to its past, before moving towards a large, inviting armchair upholstered in deep, soft green velvet, ready to settle into the quiet companionship of the printed page. The morning light continues to soften, casting long, gentle shadows across the polished floor, inviting a deeper sense of tranquility. The leather-bound volume from the library still rests comfortably in your hand, as a rich, new aroma subtly guides your steps, pulling you gently from the hushed atmosphere of aged paper. The unmistakable scent of freshly brewed coffee, dark and inviting, now mingles with the faint, sweet memory of jasmine, a fragrant promise of morning's simple pleasures. You move with a soft, measured pace, slippers gliding silently across the cool, smooth stone of the transitional hallway, leaving formal spaces behind. You arrive at the breakfast nook, a delightful corner designed to capture the early light. Morning sun streams generously through tall, arched windows, bathing the space in a soft, golden warmth that feels both invigorating and peaceful. The air, brighter than in the library, carries a clean, crisp quality, accentuating the rich aroma of the coffee. The small, round table, crafted from pale, creamy marble with delicate gray veining, is already set with exquisite care. A pristine, starched linen cloth, edged with fine lace, drapes perfectly over its surface, its crisp folds catching the light. You approach the table, your gaze settling on the delicate porcelain cup and saucer, their surfaces gleaming with a subtle, pearlescent luster. The pristine white cup, adorned with a thin, hand-painted gold rim, sits next to a small silver spoon, reflecting the sunlight. You pull out the elegant, light wooden chair, its cane seat offering a slight, imperceptible give as you settle. The cool, smooth wood of the armrests feels pleasant beneath your fingertips, a grounding contact. The soft rustle of your morning attire against the chair is the only sound, a gentle, personal symphony. A gleaming silver pot stands ready, emanating a faint wisp of steam and the deep, rich aroma of the dark roast. You reach for it with a slow, deliberate movement, feeling the cool, polished weight of the handle. As you tilt the pot, the dark, aromatic liquid pours forth in a smooth, unbroken stream, filling the delicate porcelain cup with a quiet gurgle. The rich, earthy scent intensifies, warm and comforting, curling upwards in a delicate plume of steam. You watch as the dark liquid swirls, its surface reflecting the light before settling into a deep, inviting pool. You gently lower the pot, placing it back on its silver coaster with a soft, inaudible clink. Your fingers wrap around the warm, smooth porcelain of the cup, feeling the comforting heat transfer to your skin. You lift the cup, bringing it slowly towards you, allowing the steam to caress your face, carrying the full, robust fragrance. The first sip is a warm, dark current, a subtle bitterness balanced by a profound richness that spreads across your tongue, awakening the senses with quiet energy. You savor the moment, the warmth, the lingering taste, the quiet satisfaction. Beyond the window, a meticulously maintained garden courtyard is visible, a tranquil expanse of green where morning dew glistens on camellia leaves. A lone bird chirps a soft melody from a hidden branch, its sound a delicate counterpoint to the room's stillness. You watch as a single ray of sunlight illuminates a tiny imperfection in the smooth marble tabletop, a subtle reminder of time and natural beauty. This quiet morning ritual, steeped in warmth and light, wraps around you. The cup, still warm, rests gently in your hands, its contents a dark, reflective mirror of the peaceful morning. The lingering, rich warmth of coffee still graces your palate as a different, subtle, metallic scent, clean and faintly aromatic, begins to draw your attention. You rise from the breakfast nook, leaving the sun-drenched marble behind, and move, with a quiet, measured pace, through the apartment's service passages. The light here is softer, more diffused, falling from a high, frosted glass pane, illuminating the meticulous order of the household's preparations. You arrive at a dedicated utility room, a space of quiet industry, yet imbued with the same understated elegance that defines the rest of your home. A long, sturdy oak table, its surface well-worn but impeccably clean, occupies the center. Upon it, an array of your antique silver collection is carefully laid out, awaiting its weekly ritual of restoration. The air carries a faint, clean scent of silver polish, a gentle, almost clinical aroma that blends with the subtle fragrance of beeswax from the polished wood. An attendant, moving with quiet, practiced efficiency, is already engaged in the task. Their movements are fluid, almost meditative, as they pick up a heavy, ornate candelabra. You observe from a slight distance, allowing the gentle rhythm of the process to envelop you. The attendant holds a soft, thick flannel cloth, its fibers worn smooth from countless similar tasks, and applies a tiny pearl of creamy white polish to its surface. The substance is then gently, systematically rubbed onto the silver, the cloth gliding over the intricate scrollwork and delicate engravings. You notice how the dull, almost tarnished film on the silver begins to recede, yielding to a deeper, more lustrous gleam with each slow, circular motion. The sound is barely audible, a soft, hushed whisper of fabric against metal, a rhythmic friction that is almost imperceptible. The candelabra, initially a muted gray, slowly awakens, reflecting the soft light in brilliant, clear flashes. Your gaze follows the attendant's hands, observing the meticulous care with which they navigate each curve and crevice, ensuring no detail is overlooked. The cool, solid weight of the silver object seems to settle more comfortably in their grasp as its surface transforms. Next, a set of delicate dessert forks, their tines adorned with tiny, almost microscopic engravings, are carefully chosen. Each piece is handled with the same reverence, polished with precise, gentle strokes. You can almost feel the smooth, cool surface of the newly polished silver against your own fingertips, envisioning the subtle coolness of the metal. The faint, metallic sheen reflects the light, creating tiny, fleeting stars on the tabletop. The silence is profound, broken only by the soft, steady breath of the attendant and the almost silent whisper of the polishing cloth. You watch as a large, intricately chased serving platter, a family heirloom, is gently turned, revealing its full, renewed splendor. The light catches its highly reflective surface, mirroring the quiet room in miniature, a testament to the enduring beauty of careful preservation. A quiet, deep satisfaction settles over you, observing this timeless ritual. The faint, clean scent of silver polish slowly recedes as you turn away from the utility room, leaving the quiet hum of household maintenance behind. A different, fresher aroma now beckons, a delicate blend of damp earth, verdant leaves, and the subtle, sweet whisper of blooming jasmine, pulling you towards the heart of your private residence. You move with a gentle, unhurried pace, your slippers making only the softest sound against the cool, smooth stone of the inner corridor, a familiar path leading to an oasis within the city's grand embrace. You push open a discreet, unassuming door and the air shifts immediately, becoming softer, subtly warmer, imbued with the living breath of nature. You step into your private inner courtyard garden, a tranquil sanctuary where the late morning sun filters through the high walls, casting long, gentle shadows and illuminating pockets of vibrant green. The sounds of the city, which occasionally drifted to you even from the balcony, are here almost entirely absorbed by the thick foliage and high stone, replaced by the soft rustle of leaves and the gentle, almost imperceptible chirping of hidden birds. A meticulously laid path of smooth, pale gray flagstones leads you deeper into the garden. The surface feels cool and solid beneath your slippers, a grounding sensation. On either side, carefully tended flower beds spill forth with a controlled abundance, their rich, dark soil, a stark contrast to the delicate blooms of camellias and hydrangeas. You notice the tiny glistening droplets of dew still clinging to the broad, dark green leaves of a nearby fern, reflecting the sunlight like scattered jewels. The air here is profoundly fresh, carrying the distinct, grounding aroma of wet earth and growing things, a soothing balm after the more contained scents of the apartment's interior. You follow the curving path, your steps measured and deliberate, allowing your gaze to drift over the carefully pruned rose bushes, their buds just beginning to unfurl into soft, velvety petals. The faint breeze, almost a whisper, carries the lightest scent of their nascent perfume. Ahead, a small, classical fountain, crafted from weathered marble, stands at the garden's center. Its water feature is not dramatic, but rather a simple, continuous trickle, the soft, rhythmic sound of water gently falling into its basin, creating a soothing, hypnotic backdrop to the garden's quietude. The sound is a low, consistent murmur, a liquid lullaby that invites a deeper sense of peace. You pause by the fountain, your fingertips brushing lightly against the cool, smooth, slightly damp stone of its rim, feeling the subtle texture of the aged marble. You watch the water, clear and still, reflecting the soft blue of the sky and the shifting green of the surrounding leaves. A tiny iridescent dragonfly hovers momentarily above the surface, its wings a blur of motion, before darting away into the dappled sunlight. The warmth of the sun on your face is gentle, a comforting presence that encourages a slow, deep breath. The quiet solitude of this space, hidden away from the grand avenue, offers a profound sense of calm and privacy, a world perfectly contained. The soft murmur of the fountain continues, a steady, tranquil pulse in the heart of your serene garden. The cool, damp stems of the freshly cut roses feel substantial in your hands as you re-enter the apartment from the inner courtyard garden, carrying with you a vibrant splash of nature's beauty. The soft murmur of the fountain fades behind you, replaced by the hushed quiet of the grand interior, where the air now carries the delicate, sweet perfume of the blooms you hold. You move through the quiet corridor, your gaze drawn towards the grand foyer, a space of impressive scale and light. The polished marble floor, cool and smooth beneath your slippers, stretches out before you, reflecting the soft afternoon light that streams in from the tall, arched entrance. The air in the foyer feels expansive, carrying a faint, clean scent of polished stone and a subtle hint of the beeswax that regularly graces the dark wood paneling. You approach the enormous, classical marble vase that stands as a stately centerpiece, its surface a cool, creamy white with elegant gray veins, perfectly positioned on a pedestal. With a gentle, careful motion, you gather the bundle of roses closer, their soft petals brushing lightly against your arm, a fleeting, tender touch. The faint, earthy scent of their stems, still slightly damp from the garden, combines with the rich sweetness of their blossoms. You begin to separate the individual stems, a soft, almost imperceptible rustle of leaves and thorns accompanying each careful detachment. A few tiny, almost invisible droplets of water fall from the leaves onto the polished marble pedestal, creating minuscule, fleeting dark spots that quickly evaporate. You take a moment to admire the individual perfection of a deep crimson rose, its velvety petals unfurling in a spiral, feeling its cool, smooth texture. You lift the first rose, its stem long and strong, and slowly guide it into the cool, dark water already waiting in the grand marble vase. The water's surface ripples with a soft, liquid whisper as the stem breaks through, settling into its new home. You repeat this motion, placing each rose with deliberate thought, creating a harmonious composition. The subtle scraping of a stem against the inside of the marble vase is a low, gentle sound, a soft friction. Your fingers, cool and nimble, adjust the angle of a bloom, coaxing it into its perfect position, feeling the delicate resistance of the stem and the soft, almost fragile texture of the petals. The vibrant hues of the roses, deep reds, soft pinks, and creamy whites, begin to form a striking contrast against the pale, cool marble of the vase. You step back slightly, allowing the arrangement to reveal itself. The foyer, already magnificent, now feels imbued with a fresh, living energy. The scent of the combined roses fills the vast space, a rich, complex perfume that is both delicate and commanding. The light, now a little stronger as midday approaches, catches the dew still clinging to some of the outer petals, making them sparkle with tiny, ephemeral glints. You notice the interplay of light and shadow within the dense cluster of blooms, the way the deep crimson petals absorb the light while the pale ones reflect it with a soft glow. A quiet sense of accomplishment settles over you, a tranquil satisfaction in this simple act of beauty. The grand foyer, now graced by the vibrant, fragrant presence of the newly arranged roses, holds a renewed sense of serene elegance. You stand for a moment longer, simply observing the silent beauty, allowing the gentle perfume to wrap around you, a soft, floral invitation to the unfolding afternoon. The soft, sweet perfume of the newly arranged roses in the foyer gently fades as you leave its expansive space. Drawn by the subtle progression of the day, the afternoon light, now a mellow gold, casts longer, softer shadows across the polished oak parquet floor as you move with unhurried grace towards the drawing room, a sanctuary designed for quiet reflection. You step into the drawing room, and the air immediately feels richer, softer, imbued with the deep, comforting warmth of its sumptuous furnishings. The light here is particularly gentle, filtered through tall, draped windows that temper the sun's brilliance, creating an inviting glow. The room lives up to its name. Clad in velvets of deep emerald and muted ruby, their plush surfaces absorbing sound and light alike, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility. You make your way to a favored armchair, its generous proportions promising deep comfort. Allowing your weight to settle, you sink into the soft, yielding cushions of the velvet armchair. The fabric, a deep, rich emerald, feels incredibly soft and cool against your skin, its luxurious pile sighing almost imperceptibly as it molds to your form. Your fingers instinctively smooth the velvet along the armrest, feeling the subtle directional shift of the fibers, a quiet, repetitive motion that grounds you in the moment. The faint, earthy scent of old wood and the subtle, clean aroma of beeswax polish from the antique furniture mingle with the soft, almost imperceptible fragrance of dried potpourri in a nearby porcelain bowl. A soft, almost inaudible rustle signals the discreet arrival of an attendant who places a small, exquisitely arranged tea service on the low, polished mahogany table before you. The delicate clink of porcelain on porcelain is barely a whisper as the cups are set. The gleaming silver teapot, a family heirloom with intricate chasing, catches the subdued light, reflecting a miniature, distorted image of the quiet room. A faint wisp of fragrant steam rises from its spout, carrying the delicate aroma of freshly brewed Earl Grey tea. Alongside it, a small plate holds an array of delicate shortbread biscuits, their buttery scent a subtle, inviting presence. You reach for the delicate porcelain teacup, its handle cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. As you lift the teapot, its weight feels balanced and familiar. The amber liquid pours forth in a smooth, silent stream, filling the cup with a gentle, soft gurgle. The scent of bergamot, light and citrusy, rises with the steam, mingling with the sweet aroma of the biscuits. You replace the teapot with a soft, inaudible thud, then lift the cup to your lips. The first sip is warm, smooth, and subtly fragrant, a comforting warmth that spreads through you, a quiet indulgence. You close your eyes for a moment, savoring the gentle ritual. The sounds from the outside world are entirely absent here, replaced by the profound stillness of the room and the quiet internal rhythm of your breath. When you open your eyes, you notice the way the afternoon sun, now lower in the sky, highlights the intricate embroidery on a nearby cushion, revealing threads of gold and silver against the deep velvet. The warmth of the teacup continues to radiate into your hands, a steady, soothing presence. A profound sense of quiet contentment washes over you, a tranquil embrace of the afternoon's gentle unfolding. The lingering warmth of the teacup still cradles your hands as the afternoon light, now a deeper, softer gold, signals a gentle shift in the day's rhythm. You rise from the plush velvet armchair in the drawing room, the luxurious fabric sighing softly beneath you, releasing you from its comforting embrace. The subtle fragrance of Earl Grey tea still perfumes the air around you, a gentle memory of the quiet indulgence. With an unhurried grace, you move across the room, your slippers making only the faintest whisper against the thick pile of the Aubusson carpet. The light from the tall windows, once brilliant, now softens to a mellow glow, casting long, gentle shadows that stretch across the polished surfaces of the antique furniture. Your gaze turns towards the ornate writing desk, a cherished piece, crafted from dark, lustrous ebony, its surface inlaid with delicate mother-of-pearl marquetry. A small, carefully arranged stack of envelopes rests upon its smooth, cool surface, awaiting your attention. You approach the desk, its rich, dark wood gleaming softly in the subdued light, reflecting the intricate patterns of the ceiling above. A faint, almost imperceptible scent of aged wood and fine ink emanates from its depths, a comforting aroma. You settle into the high-backed chair, its supple leather seat yielding slightly beneath your weight, with a soft, almost inaudible creak. Your fingers brush lightly against the cool, smooth surface of the desk, tracing the intricate curves of the marquetry, feeling the subtle raised texture of the pearl against the polished wood. Your eyes drift to the stack of invitations, each one a small work of art. The envelopes vary subtly in hue, some a creamy ivory, others a delicate dove gray, all crafted from thick, exquisite paper. You notice the precise, elegant calligraphy gracing each address, the raised texture of the ink almost visible under the soft light. A few are sealed with delicate wax impressions, their intricate crests still perfectly intact, a testament to careful handling. You reach out, your fingertips hovering for a moment above the topmost envelope, feeling the subtle coolness of the paper, the promise of its contents. You select a particular invitation, its weight substantial and pleasing in your hand. The heavy paper feels crisp and cool, a luxurious texture. With slow, deliberate movements, you carefully break the wax seal, a soft, almost imperceptible snap as the delicate material yields. The faint, sweet scent of the paper, possibly imbued with a subtle floral perfume from the sender, drifts gently upwards as you carefully slide the inner card from its envelope. The card itself is a thick, cream-colored stock, its edges finely beveled, the text embossed with elegant, flowing script. You hold the invitation, allowing your eyes to slowly trace the intricate loops and flourishes of the engraved lettering, noting the precise spacing and the deep, rich black of the ink against the soft cream. The details of the event unfold before you, a quiet promise of future engagements. You turn the card over, feeling the subtle impression of the embossing on the reverse side, a tactile echo of its elegant design. The soft rustle of the paper is the only sound in the tranquil room, a gentle companion to your thoughts. You place the invitation carefully back onto the desk, its presence a quiet reminder of the world beyond your immediate sanctuary. The afternoon continues to deepen, bringing with it a sense of calm and unhurried contemplation. The subtle rustle of the last invitation settling back onto the polished ebony desk fades into the deepening quiet of the late afternoon. You rise from the supple leather chair, leaving the intricate marquetry and the faint scent of aged paper behind. The light, which moments ago was a bright, focused gold, now filters through the study window with a softer, more burnished quality, hinting at the approaching twilight. You move with a gentle, unhurried pace across the thick, hand-woven Persian rug that cushions the floor of your study, its deep, muted colors absorbing the sound of your slippers. The air here feels contained, imbued with the familiar, comforting aroma of old leather, fine wood, and the subtle, almost imperceptible scent of the beeswax that regularly polishes the vast collection of books. As you approach the tall, arched window, the faint hum of the city, previously a distant presence, begins to become more distinct, yet still profoundly muffled by the thick, leaded glass. You reach the window, its frame crafted from solid, dark oak, cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. The glass panes are impeccably clean, allowing an unobstructed view of the world outside, softened by the distance and the descending light. You lean slightly against the sturdy sill, feeling the solid, grounding support of the ancient wood. Your gaze drifts across the rooftops of Recoleta, where the late afternoon sun catches the terracotta tiles in a warm, ruddy glow, contrasting with the cool, gray stone of the grand facades. From this vantage, the sounds of the avenue below emerge as a gentle, rhythmic tapestry. You hear the distant, almost musical clatter of a horse-drawn carriage on the cobblestones, its iron wheels creating a soft, percussive rhythm that slowly fades into the background. A faint, muffled murmur of voices, too indistinct to form words, drifts upwards from the street, a collective whisper of city life. Occasionally, a single, clear note of a distant church bell rings out, its tone rich and resonant, then slowly dissipates into the soft air, leaving only a lingering echo. These sounds are not intrusive, but rather a comforting, ambient presence, a gentle reminder of the world beyond your tranquil walls. You notice the subtle shifts in the light, how the long shadows stretch and deepen, transforming familiar shapes into softened silhouettes. The leaves of the jacaranda trees, visible in the distance, shimmer with a darker, richer green as the golden hour begins its slow descent. A faint, cool breeze carrying a delicate, earthy scent of damp stone and distant blooms permeates the very edges of the window frame, a subtle breath from the outside world. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the myriad of distant sounds wash over you, a gentle, hypnotic current. The smooth, cool wood of the sill against your forearms provides a grounding anchor. When you open your eyes, the scene outside has deepened further, the sky overhead transitioning to a pale, ethereal blue, hinting at the quiet arrival of evening. The distant sounds continue their gentle, unhurried rhythm, weaving into the profound stillness of your study. A quiet sense of peace settles around you, a tranquil embrace of the day's slow, beautiful transition. The distant, muted sounds of Recoleta from your study window slowly fade as the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of silk begins to draw your attention inward. The late afternoon light, now a gentle, burnished gold, casts long, tranquil shadows across the study's rich Persian rug, deepening the sense of quiet anticipation for the evening ahead. You turn from the window, leaving the vast, silent world of books behind, and move with a deliberate, unhurried grace towards the private dressing area adjacent to your master suite. The air in the dressing room feels subtly warmer, imbued with a delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and a faint, sweet hint of dried lavender from a sachet placed discreetly within a drawer. Your slippers make only the softest, almost inaudible sound against the thick, plush carpet that covers the floor, absorbing any hint of a hurried step. You approach the grand armoire, its polished mahogany surface gleaming with a deep, rich luster in the soft, diffused light, reflecting the intricate patterns of the ceiling like still water. With a gentle, practiced motion, your fingers find the cool, smooth brass handle of one of the armoire's tall doors. A soft, almost silent click accompanies its opening, revealing a carefully curated collection of garments. The air within the armoire, cool and still, carries a faint, luxurious aroma of fine fabrics and subtle perfume. Your gaze drifts over the various textures and hues, pausing on a particular section where soft, flowing silks are suspended on padded hangers. You reach out, your fingertips brushing against the cool, incredibly smooth surface of a silk robe, its fabric a deep, lustrous sapphire blue. The initial contact is exquisitely soft, almost weightless, a delicate caress against your skin. As you gently pull the hanger forward, the silk cascades with a profound, hushed rustle, a sound like dry leaves whispering in a gentle breeze, yet infinitely softer, more refined. The sound is a delicate, almost hypnotic murmur, a quiet symphony of fabric. The fabric itself feels fluid, alive, flowing effortlessly through your fingers as you draw it from its resting place. You hold the robe for a moment, letting the heavy silk drape over your arm, feeling its cool, substantial weight. The deep sapphire color seems to absorb the fading light, creating subtle shifts in tone across its polished surface. You notice the way the light catches the intricate, almost imperceptible weave of the silk, revealing tiny, delicate imperfections that only add to its authentic beauty. The fabric whispers again as you gently unfold it, preparing to slip it on, a soft, inviting caress against your skin. The faint, sweet scent of the silk, a clean and natural aroma, rises gently to meet you. The world outside has grown quieter, the distant sounds of the city becoming even more muted, almost entirely absorbed by the thick walls of the apartment. Here, within the soft enveloping quiet of your dressing room, only the gentle, rhythmic rustle of the silk and your own soft breathing accompany the slow, unhurried transition into evening. The cool, smooth fabric settles around you, a luxurious cocoon. The cool, soft silk of your evening robe settles around you, a gentle embrace as the last vestiges of the afternoon sun recede from the dressing room windows. A profound quietude descends upon the apartment, deeper than before, as the city outside begins its own slow, measured transition into evening. You turn from the mirror, leaving the subtle fragrance of fine fabrics and lavender behind, and move with an unhurried grace towards the long gallery corridor. Your slippers make only the softest, almost inaudible sound against the thick, hand-woven runner that lines the length of the corridor, its muted patterns absorbing your steps. The air here feels cooler, imbued with the faint, dignified scent of old canvas, polished wood, and the faint, almost imperceptible aroma of dust that settles in the quiet corners of grand spaces. The deepening twilight now softens the edges of the framed artworks that adorn the walls, transforming familiar landscapes and portraits into intriguing silhouettes. You pause, allowing your eyes to adjust to the subtle dimness, feeling the cool, still air against your exposed skin. You reach for the delicate brass chain of the nearest gas lamp, its cold, smooth metal, a momentary contrast to the warmth of your fingertips. With a soft, precise motion, you turn the small, ornate valve. A faint, almost inaudible hiss of gas escapes into the quiet air, a fleeting whisper that is quickly followed by a gentle, resonant pop as the mantle ignites. The small, steady flame within the frosted glass globe begins to grow, pushing back the encroaching shadows with a soft, immediate warmth, casting a rich, amber glow that slowly expands outwards. A subtle, clean scent of combustion, transient and delicate, drifts to you, quickly fading into the richer, deeper aromas of the old house. You continue down the quiet corridor, a rhythmic progression of light, following your measured steps. Each lamp along the gallery is brought to life with the same careful ritual: the cool brass chain, the soft click of the valve, the brief, almost ethereal hiss, and the gentle pop of ignition. The individual pools of amber light slowly merge, creating a continuous, inviting path that illuminates the intricate details of the gilded frames and the subtle brushstrokes of the paintings. The soft, quiet hum of the burning gas mantles, a low, consistent murmur, fills the air, a gentle counterpoint to the profound stillness. You notice the way the light picks out the fine cracks in the aged varnish of a landscape, revealing its history with a renewed clarity. The gallery corridor is now softly illuminated, each lamp a gentle sentinel, casting a warm, inviting glow that smooths the contours of the art and invites a deeper sense of evening peace. The shadows, once deep and indistinct, are now softened, dancing subtly with the steady, quiet glow of the gaslight. A comforting warmth begins to permeate the air, a gentle heat radiating from the newly lit lamps, enveloping you in a luxurious cocoon of light and quiet. You stand for a moment, simply observing the silent transformation, allowing the serene ambiance to settle deeply within you. The soft amber glow from the newly lit gas lamps now bathes the art-filled gallery corridor in a warm, inviting light, banishing the last vestiges of twilight. You continue your unhurried walk, your silk robe whispering softly with each step, the profound quiet of the evening settling around you. The gentle hum of the gas mantles, a consistent, low murmur, fills the air, a soothing counterpoint to the growing stillness. Your gaze drifts along the illuminated artworks, pausing as you approach a particular alcove, where a cherished bronze sculpture stands upon a dark marble plinth. The air here feels slightly cooler, a pocket of stillness in the gently warmed corridor, carrying a faint, almost imperceptible metallic scent that hints at the sculpture's material. The sculpture, a classical figure in contemplation, rises majestically from its dark pedestal, its form softened yet defined by the ambient gaslight. You notice the deep, rich tones of its surface, a testament to its age and the skillful hand that created it centuries ago. You draw closer, your breath quiet and even, allowing your eyes to trace the subtle nuances of the bronze. The light from the gas lamp above catches the surface, revealing the intricate variations of its patina. This delicate interplay of deep olive greens, rich coppers, and subtle, almost velvety blacks speaks of its long history. These colors are not uniform, but rather flow and merge, deepening in the recessed curves and softening on the raised planes, a visual history etched by time and atmosphere, a silent record of countless seasons and quiet moments. Your gaze lingers on a specific area, perhaps the curve of a draped garment or the gentle slope of a shoulder. Here the patina exhibits a particularly fine, almost powdery texture, inviting a closer, more intimate observation. You imagine the countless hands that might have touched this very surface over the centuries, each subtle contact contributing to its unique, evolving character, a silent dialogue across generations. The surface feels cool, even from a slight distance, radiating a palpable sense of its metallic essence. You extend a hand, not quite touching, but bringing your fingertips close enough to feel the faint, cool emanation from the metal itself. There is a subtle difference in temperature from the surrounding air, a quiet energy held within the ancient bronze. The intricate details of its form, from the meticulously rendered folds of fabric to the serene expression on the figure's face, are brought into sharp relief by the soft, directional light, revealing craftsmanship that transcends time. You trace the subtle undulations of its surface with your eyes, noticing how the light deepens the shadows, giving an illusion of movement and life to the still form. The gas lamp above emits a soft, consistent hum, a low, tranquil murmur that underscores the profound stillness of the gallery, a steady, almost hypnotic presence. You discern the faint, earthy aroma of the bronze itself, a metallic note that grounds the experience, connecting you deeply to the raw material and its artistic transformation. You stand in quiet contemplation, allowing the serene, enduring presence of the sculpture to wash over you. A timeless conversation between art and observer, unfolding in the soft, quiet glow of the evening. The gaslight continues to cast its warm, steady glow, illuminating the sculpture in a perpetual state of quiet grace. You remain a silent witness to its enduring beauty as the evening deepens around you, wrapping the gallery in a profound and tranquil peace. The enduring, cool presence of the bronze sculpture recedes behind you as a new, profound warmth begins to subtly draw you from the art-filled gallery corridor. The gentle, consistent hum of the gas lamps which illuminated the sculpture moments ago now gives way to a faint, inviting scent of wood smoke, delicate and clean, hinting at a hearth recently brought to life. You move with a soft, measured pace, your silk robe whispering against itself, guided by the increasing warmth and the subtle promise of flickering light. You step from the quietude of the corridor into the grand salon, a space already familiar, but now transformed by the dancing glow of a crackling fire. The air here feels immediately softer, imbued with a dry, pleasant heat that gently touches your skin, a welcome contrast to the cooler air of the gallery. The vast room, with its high ceilings and rich velvet furnishings, seems to absorb the external world entirely, leaving only the intimate sounds and sensations of the evening. The gas lamps in the salon are dimmed, allowing the natural, living light of the flames to cast their spell, creating shifting patterns of orange and gold across the polished surfaces. You approach the magnificent Carrara marble hearth, its creamy white surface gleaming softly in the firelight, reflecting the vibrant embers like liquid gold. The dark wrought iron fire tools, hanging neatly on their stand, catch the light with a subtle metallic glint. You pause before the opening, feeling the immediate, radiant heat on your face and hands, a comforting embrace that penetrates the silk of your robe. The distinct aroma of burning oak, clean and earthy, rises from the hearth, a grounding scent that fills the air. Within the hearth, the fire burns with a controlled, steady intensity. Large, seasoned logs, carefully arranged, hold a core of deep, glowing embers, pulsing with an inner light. Small, delicate flames dance and curl around the wood, their tips a vibrant orange and soft blue, reaching upwards with a slow, hypnotic rhythm. You hear the gentle, consistent crackling of the wood as it slowly yields to the heat, a soft, percussive sound that is deeply soothing. Occasionally, a tiny, almost imperceptible pop escapes from a knot in the timber, a momentary punctuation in the quiet symphony of the fire. The sound is never harsh, always gentle, a natural lullaby. You settle into a deep, velvet-upholstered fauteuil, positioned perfectly to receive the fire's warmth. The rich, emerald green velvet yields beneath your weight, embracing you in its plush comfort. Your hands, now pleasantly warm, rest lightly on the smooth fabric of the armrests. Your gaze is drawn back to the hearth, watching the mesmerizing play of light and shadow on the elegant mantelpiece, where a collection of delicate porcelain figures seems to come alive in the flickering glow. The room is quiet, save for the soft, rhythmic sounds of the fire, which seem to deepen the sense of peace. The subtle scent of wood smoke continues to permeate the air, a natural, comforting perfume. A profound sense of tranquility settles over you, as the soft, consistent warmth from the crackling fire envelops you completely. The gentle dance of the flames, reflected in the polished surfaces of the room, creates a serene, ever-shifting tableau, inviting a deep and unhurried rest. The gentle, consistent crackle of the fire, a soothing rhythm in the grand salon, continues to fill the air. Its warmth, a soft embrace against your skin. Your gaze, which lingered moments ago on the mesmerizing dance of the flames within the hearth, now drifts with unhurried purpose towards the opposite wall. There, illuminated by the fire's flickering glow, hangs a magnificent heirloom tapestry, its vast expanse a silent, woven narrative. You rise from the deep comfort of the velvet fauteuil, the luxurious fabric sighing softly as you move. Your silk robe whispers a faint, almost inaudible rustle with each deliberate step, a soft counterpoint to the fire's gentle sounds. The air in the salon, imbued with the clean scent of wood smoke, feels rich and still, enveloping you as you approach the grand tapestry. Its immense presence seems to absorb the surrounding light, holding a quiet dignity born of centuries. As you draw near, the intricate details of the tapestry begin to reveal themselves, brought to life by the shifting firelight. The woven scene depicts a pastoral landscape, alive with mythical creatures and graceful figures, their forms rendered in a palette of deep, muted jewel tones. You notice the subtle variations in color, the faded indigos, the rich forest greens, the burnished golds, all softened by time yet still vibrant under the shifting light. A faint, dry scent of aged wool and centuries-old dyes, mingled with the fresh wood smoke, drifts to you, a quiet perfume of history. You extend your hand, your fingertips hovering for a moment, before gently making contact with the coarsely woven surface. The wool feels surprisingly resilient, cool yet substantial beneath your touch, a testament to the enduring quality of its fibers. You begin to trace the outline of a large, stylized oak tree, its branches reaching upwards, intricately rendered in shades of deep moss green and muted brown. Your finger moves slowly, following the raised texture of the thick threads, feeling the subtle unevenness of each individual stitch, a deliberate journey across the ancient fabric. The subtle friction of your skin against the wool is a soft, almost imperceptible sensation. Your gaze follows your hand, observing how the firelight deepens the shadows within the woven texture, giving a three-dimensional quality to the flat surface. You trace a delicate, intertwining vine, its leaves detailed with fine, almost invisible threads of silk that catch the light with a soft, fleeting sheen. The contrast between the rough wool and the smooth silk is subtle yet distinct under your touch. You move your finger to the form of a reclining unicorn, its horn a pale, almost ethereal ivory against the deeper background, its gentle eye woven with such precision that it seems to gaze back with a quiet serenity. The intricate patterns unfold beneath your touch, a slow, tactile exploration of a storied world. The crackling of the fire continues its steady, rhythmic cadence, a constant, comforting presence in the quiet room. You remain lost in the quiet contemplation of the tapestry, its woven story and tactile history wrapping around you like a gentle silken shawl. The subtle scent of aged wool and distant smoke lingers in the air, a profound and tranquil invitation to deep rest. The steady, rhythmic crackle of the grand salon's fire and the comforting warmth it emanates slowly recede behind you as you leave its rich, velvet-clad embrace. The scent of wood smoke which filled the salon now gently fades, replaced by the cooler, still air of the transitional passage. You move with a soft, measured grace, your silk robe whispering against itself, guided by the profound quietude that deepens with each step towards the apartment's serene antechamber. You step across the threshold, the thick, plush carpet of the salon yielding to the cool, smooth expanse of the marble floor in the antechamber. The change in temperature is subtle, yet distinct, a grounding sensation beneath your slippers. The light here, already subdued by the encroaching evening, filters through a tall, narrow window, casting long, elegant shadows that stretch across the polished surfaces. This space, designed as a quiet transition between the more formal rooms, holds a particular stillness, a profound sense of calm that seems to absorb all external sound. The air carries a faint, clean scent of polished stone, mingled with the delicate, almost imperceptible fragrance of a single, white gardenia blooming in a small porcelain pot on a nearby console. Your gaze drifts across the room, settling on a delicate console table crafted from dark, lustrous ebony, its surface gleaming with a deep, liquid sheen. Upon it rests a single, perfectly balanced silver letter opener, its polished surface reflecting the dim light with a soft, ethereal glow. You notice the intricate, almost microscopic details of its handle, a testament to skilled craftsmanship. Beside it, a small, unframed landscape painting, rendered in muted blues and greens, leans against the wall, its quiet scene inviting a moment of unhurried contemplation. The cool, smooth surface of the ebony feels inviting, a subtle contact point in the tranquil space. You allow your hand to gently trace the cool, polished edge of the console table, feeling the smooth, almost silken texture of the aged wood beneath your fingertips. The subtle resistance of the wood grain is a comforting sensation. With a slow, deliberate movement, you then settle into one of the small, elegant berger chairs that flank the table. Its delicate silk upholstery, a pale, creamy ivory, offers a soft, supportive embrace as the cushions yield with a faint, almost inaudible sigh. The smooth, cool wood of the chair's arms feels pleasant beneath your forearms, a steady anchor in the enveloping quiet. From this settled position, the profound stillness of the antechamber becomes even more pronounced. The faint, distant sounds of the city, which occasionally drifted through the apartment's outer walls, are here entirely absorbed, leaving only a deep, consistent silence. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the gentle, rhythmic cadence of your own breathing, a soft internal whisper in the enveloping quiet. The delicate, sweet fragrance of the gardenia, subtle and pure, drifts to you, a calming presence. You feel the soft, cool silk of your robe against your skin, a comforting weight. When you open your eyes, the light has deepened further, the shadows growing longer and softer, blurring the edges of the room into a gentle, inviting embrace. A single, almost imperceptible dust mote dances slowly in a final, fading shaft of light, a quiet, ethereal movement in the profound stillness. The antechamber, a space of quiet transition, now feels like a tranquil haven, inviting a deeper sense of peace as the evening unfolds around you. The profound stillness of the antechamber, where the delicate scent of gardenia still lingered, gently releases you from its quiet embrace. You rise from the soft comfort of the bergère chair, the cool, smooth marble of the elegant hallway floor now awaiting your step, a transition into the deepening quiet of the evening. The gaslight, a warm, steady glow from the lamps in the main corridor, casts long, soft reflections across the polished surfaces, inviting you further into the apartment's serene embrace. Your slippers glide with a hushed, almost imperceptible sound across the cool, unyielding expanse of the marble, each step a deliberate, measured movement. The silk of your robe whispers softly against itself, a continuous, gentle rustle that is barely audible, a private accompaniment to your quiet journey. The air in the hallway feels consistently cool, imbued with the clean, mineral scent of ancient stone, mingled with the faint, dignified aroma of beeswax from the polished wood paneling that lines the lower half of the walls. You notice the subtle variations in the marble surface, the faint, intricate gray veins that trace organic patterns across the pale, creamy white, each unique and timeless. The gaslight, reflecting off the highly polished floor, creates an illusion of liquid gold, flowing smoothly before you. You pause for a moment, allowing your gaze to drift along the wall, admiring the meticulous craftsmanship of the gilded plasterwork that adorns the upper reaches of the hallway. The intricate scrolls and floral motifs, picked out in soft gold, catch the light with a gentle muted shimmer, creating a delicate interplay of light and shadow. Your fingertips brush lightly against the cool, smooth surface of the marble dado rail, feeling its solid, unyielding presence, a firm boundary between the polished wood and the ornate plaster. The subtle coolness of the stone is a grounding sensation, connecting you to the enduring structure of the apartment. Further along the hallway, a grand, arched mirror, framed in dark, richly carved wood, reflects the soft, ambient light, creating an expansive, ethereal view of the corridor stretching into the distance. The reflection is softened by the dimness, a dreamlike echo of the real space. You observe the way the gaslight from the distant lamps appears diffused and gentle on the mirrored surface, blurring the edges of the corridor into a tranquil, almost painterly scene. The profound quiet of the evening deepens here, absorbing any sound from the more distant parts of the house, leaving only the soft, steady hum of the gas mantles, a faint, soothing undercurrent. A barely perceptible current of cool air drifts from a distant closed door, carrying with it a faint, almost imperceptible scent of old linen from a storage closet, a clean, dry aroma that quickly dissipates. You turn your head slowly, allowing your eyes to trace the elegant curve of the arched doorways that lead to other, unseen rooms, each portal a silent invitation to further tranquility. The subtle shift in the angle of the light, as you move, causes the polished wood of the door frames to gleam with a deeper, richer luster, revealing the fine grain of the aged timber. The soft, even glow of the gas lamps creates an almost hypnotic rhythm of light and shadow, guiding your unhurried passage through this elegant space. The cool, smooth touch of the marble floor remains a constant, comforting presence beneath your feet as you continue your slow, deliberate journey. The gentle, consistent glow of the gaslight, reflecting off the polished surfaces, wraps around you, a soft, warm embrace in the profound quiet of the evening, inviting a deeper, unhurried rest. The cool, smooth marble of the elegant hallway, which guided your steps moments ago, now yields to the slightly coarser, yet equally cool, stone tiles of the terrace. The air shifts immediately, embracing you with the crisp, clear coolness of the deepening twilight, a distinct transition from the apartment's internal warmth and contained quiet. You step out onto the expansive, private terrace, the soft, low hum of the gas lamps from within the apartment fading slightly behind you, absorbed by the open air and the vastness of the sky. The solid, unyielding stone tiles beneath your slippers feel pleasantly cool, almost a fine grit against the soft fabric, a stark yet comforting contrast to the polished interior surfaces you traversed earlier. A gentle breeze, almost imperceptible, brushes against your face, carrying with it a clean, fresh scent of the approaching night, subtly mingled with the faint, distant aroma of damp earth from the city's grand parks. You move with a slow, deliberate grace, allowing your eyes to adjust to the subtle dimness, the vast expanse of the Recoleta rooftops, slowly unfolding before you. A serene, muted panorama. You approach the sturdy stone balustrade, its surface cool and smooth against your forearms as you lean gently, finding a comfortable, grounded anchor. Your gaze sweeps across the panorama of Recoleta, where the twilight is deepening in earnest. The sky, once a pale, ethereal blue, now transitions through soft hues of lavender and dusty rose, slowly fading into a profound inky blue at the zenith. The grand, elegant buildings, which earlier in the day stood in sharp relief, are now softened into majestic silhouettes, their intricate Beaux-Arts details becoming less distinct, almost merging with the deepening shadows that cling to their ornate facades. A few scattered lights begin to twinkle in the windows of distant apartments, tiny warm pinpricks against the encroaching darkness, like newly awakened stars. The ambient sounds of the city, which were a muffled whisper from your study window, now reach you with a slightly clearer, yet still profoundly softened, presence from this elevated vantage point. You hear the distant, rhythmic clatter of a passing carriage on a distant avenue, its iron wheels creating a gentle, percussive echo that slowly fades into the background. A faint, collective murmur of human activity, too indistinct to form words, drifts upwards from the streets below, a soft, continuous hum that is more felt than truly heard, a gentle pulse of the city's evening life. The occasional, resonant toll of a distant church bell, its deep, clear tone, carrying distinctly on the cool evening air, punctuates the quiet, then slowly dissipates, leaving only a lingering resonance that invites a moment of stillness. The air around you is cool and remarkably still, yet carries a subtle, almost imperceptible current that hints at the vastness of the open sky above. You notice the faint, almost ethereal glow emanating from the city's distant street lamps, now fully illuminated, casting long, soft trails of light along the grand avenues below, like delicate, luminous ribbons stretching into the deepening gloom. The terracotta rooftops, which earlier caught the last of the sun's gold, now appear as deep, muted auburn, absorbing the dwindling light and softening into indistinct forms against the deepening sky. Your fingers trace the cool, slightly rough texture of the stone balustrade, feeling the minute, almost imperceptible imperfections, and the subtle coolness that speaks of its age and continuous exposure to countless evenings like this one. The silk of your robe, previously warm from the interior, now feels distinctly cool against your skin, a delicate contrast to the slight lingering warmth from the apartment's interior, a final, gentle reminder of the day's passing. The cool, crisp air of the terrace, which just moments ago held the vast twilight over Recoleta, now gives way to a profound sense of interior warmth as you step back inside. A familiar, comforting scent, a rich blend of old leather and the subtle sweetness of beeswax, greets you immediately, drawing you deeper into the hushed embrace of your private study. The distant, muted sounds of the city, which offered a gentle hum from the terrace, are once again absorbed by the thick, solid walls, leaving only a deep, encompassing quiet. Your slippers make only the softest, almost imperceptible sound against the thick pile of the Persian rug as you move with unhurried grace across the study floor. The silk of your robe whispers a continuous, gentle rustle, a soft counterpoint to the profound stillness that permeates the air. The gas lamps in the study, which you lit earlier, now cast a soft, consistent amber glow, their light reflecting gently off the polished surfaces of the dark wood furniture and the rows of leather-bound books. The air feels still and warm, imbued with the rich, dry aroma that is so characteristic of this cherished space. You approach the large, deep armchair, upholstered in a rich, burnished oxblood leather, its surface gleaming softly in the lamplight. The scent of aged leather here is most pronounced, a profound, earthy fragrance that speaks of countless hours of quiet contemplation. You allow your weight to settle, sinking deeply into the yielding cushions, the supple leather sighing softly beneath you, molding to your form with a comforting embrace. The cool, smooth surface of the leather feels incredibly soft against your hands as you rest them on the broad armrests, tracing the subtle, almost imperceptible grain of the material. A faint, almost inaudible creak from the chair's old frame accompanies your settling, a gentle, familiar sound. Your gaze drifts across the room, past the tall, dark oak bookshelves that line the walls, their surfaces gleaming with a deep, rich luster from the beeswax polish. The spines of the books, varied in color from deep forest green to muted crimson and rich brown, catch the soft lamplight with subtle glints of gold tooling. You notice the tiny, almost invisible dust motes that dance slowly in the warm, quiet air, illuminated by the steady glow of the gas lamps. A slow, ethereal movement that invites a deeper sense of tranquility. The rich, comforting scent of old paper, mingled with the pervasive aroma of leather and beeswax, surrounds you, a gentle, aromatic cocoon. The profound quiet of the study deepens further, absorbing any lingering echoes of your movement. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warmth of the room and the familiar, comforting scents wash over you completely. The soft, gentle hum of the gas mantles, a constant, low murmur, fills the background, a steady, hypnotic sound that seems to slow the very passage of time. You feel the soft, cool silk of your robe against your skin, a delicate contrast to the enveloping warmth of the armchair and the quiet room. Each breath you take is deep, even, and unhurried, a gentle rhythm in the profound stillness. When you open your eyes, the soft amber glow of the gas lamps seems to have softened even further, casting a serene, almost dreamlike quality over the familiar objects of your study. The comforting scent of old leather and beeswax remains a steady, grounding presence, weaving into the quiet fabric of the evening. You remain fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of your private sanctuary as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The comforting, pervasive scent of old leather and beeswax, which settled around you in the study, gently begins to recede as the evening deepens its quiet embrace. You rise from the deep armchair, the supple leather sighing softly beneath you, releasing you from its profound warmth. The gas lamps in the study cast a final, soft amber glow on the polished wood and laden bookshelves as you move with unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly against itself. Towards the music room, a space of resonant quiet. You step across the threshold, the thick, yielding pile of the Persian rug in the study, giving way to the smooth, cool expanse of the parquet floor in the music room. The change in texture beneath your slippers is distinct, a soft, cushioned tread transitioning to a firmer, resonant glide. The air here feels subtly different, more open and expansive, carrying a faint, clean scent of finely polished wood and a delicate, almost imperceptible hint of felt and aged brass, subtle notes from the grand instruments within. The room, vast and high-ceilinged, is bathed in a soft, ambient glow from the strategically placed gas lamps, their steady light reflecting gently off the pale, creamy walls and the highly polished surfaces. You notice the way the soft illumination highlights the intricate cornices, picking out the delicate curves, and the subtle shimmer of the silk damask wallpaper, its intricate patterns appearing to softly breathe with the gentle, consistent light. Your gaze travels with unhurried purpose towards the center of the room, where the magnificent grand piano stands, a commanding presence in the tranquil space. Its dark, lustrous ebony case gleams with a deep, almost liquid sheen, absorbing and reflecting the soft lamplight with a quiet dignity, creating elongated, softened reflections of the room's architecture. You approach the instrument, your slippers making only the faintest, almost inaudible sound against the smooth, cool wood of the floor, a soft, rhythmic glide that barely disturbs the silence. The air immediately around the piano feels a fraction cooler, imbued with the distinct, refined aroma of seasoned wood and the faint, sweet scent of old ivory from the keys, a promise of melodies past and future. You reach out, your fingertips brushing lightly against the cool, smooth, polished surface of the piano's fallboard, feeling the exquisite craftsmanship of the aged wood, the subtle undulations of its grain. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently lift the hinged lid of the piano bench, its dark, padded leather cushion offering a slight resistance, before revealing a deep, velvet-lined compartment within. A faint, soft creak, a quiet sigh of old wood, accompanies the opening, quickly fading into the room's prevailing stillness, a barely audible whisper. Inside, a collection of sheet music, bound in various shades of muted cardstock, and some in more elaborate leather, rests in neat stacks, their edges softened by time and gentle handling. The faint, dry scent of old paper, a subtle aroma of vanilla and forgotten melodies, rises gently to meet you from the depths of the compartment. Your fingers drift over the covers of the sheet music, feeling the smooth, slightly textured cardstock of some, the finer, almost silken feel of others. You trace the elegant, often faded calligraphic titles with a light touch, feeling the subtle raised impression of the ink. Each cover, a subtle shade of cream or pale green or soft gray, sometimes adorned with a delicate, embossed crest or a simple, elegant line drawing, holds the promise of a quiet, contemplative journey. The soft rustle of the paper, a delicate, almost ethereal whisper like dry leaves, stirred by an unseen breath, accompanies your exploration, a gentle murmur in the profound quiet. The chosen music, its cover a delicate cream, still rests in your hands, a silent promise of melodies yet to be played, a quiet companion in the serene music room. But a different kind of light now draws your gaze, a cool, ethereal glow spilling across the polished parquet floor from the tall, uncurtained windows, signaling a deeper phase of the night. The soft, amber illumination from the gas lamps, which earlier bathed the room in warmth, now seems to recede, yielding to the subtle, silvery luminescence of the moon. With a slow, deliberate motion, you carefully place the sheet music onto the dark, polished surface of the grand piano, its cover settling with a soft, almost imperceptible whisper against the smooth wood. The faint scent of aged paper, a delicate aroma of vanilla and thyme, gently dissipates into the still air. You rise from the piano bench, the supple leather cushion offering a quiet, yielding resistance as you stand, your silk robe whispering softly around you. The air in the room, previously imbued with the promise of music, now holds a profound, expectant silence, broken only by the barely audible hum of the gas mantles, a low, consistent murmur that seems to underscore the quietude. You move with an unhurried grace, your slippers gliding silently across the polished parquet floor. The smooth, cool wood feels solid and unyielding beneath your feet, each interlocking piece a testament to meticulous craftsmanship, its surface reflecting the ambient light with a deep, rich sheen. As you approach the center of the room, your gaze is drawn downwards, captivated by the mesmerizing play of moonlight that now floods a wide expanse of the floor. The light is not harsh or direct, but rather a soft, diffused silver, pouring in through the tall, arched windows that overlook the quiet courtyard garden. The moonlight transforms the familiar parquet into a shifting canvas of light and shadow. Each individual wooden plank, crafted from rich, aged oak, is now picked out in stark, yet gentle, detail. You notice the subtle variations in the wood grain, the intricate patterns of the natural timber, which seem to come alive under the cool, luminous glow. The light highlights the delicate bevels where the planks meet, creating a precise, geometric network of soft silver lines against the deeper, shadowed tones of the wood. The effect is almost hypnotic, a silent, slow dance of light across the enduring surface, inviting a deeper sense of contemplation. You pause, allowing yourself to simply observe this tranquil spectacle. The air in the room feels cool and still, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of polished wood, mingled with the faint, almost imperceptible aroma of beeswax. The profound quiet of the night deepens, absorbing any distant sounds from the slumbering city, leaving only the soft, internal rhythm of your own breath. You watch as a barely perceptible breeze outside causes a single leaf on a distant courtyard tree to cast a fleeting, dancing shadow across the moonlit floor, a momentary, ethereal movement that quickly dissipates back into the gentle stillness. The light from the gas lamps, now secondary, casts a warm, soft halo around the edges of the room, creating a delicate contrast with the cool, silvery moonlight. Your fingers brush lightly against the cool, smooth surface of a nearby polished mahogany table, feeling the solid, unyielding presence of the wood, a grounding contact in the luminous quiet. The cool, soft silk of your robe feels delicate against your skin, a comforting weight in the profound tranquility. The moonlight continues its silent, unhurried journey across the polished parquet, a timeless, ethereal presence in the heart of your apartment, inviting a deeper, unburdened peace. The ethereal, silvery moonlight, which just moments ago danced across the polished parquet floor of the music room, now gently begins to recede, yielding its quiet dominion to the deepening night. The faint, clean scent of polished wood and old ivory from the grand piano lingers in the air as you turn, leaving the instrument's silent promise behind. You move with an unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly against itself, guided by the profound stillness that now permeates the apartment. You make your way towards a quiet corner of the drawing room, a space already familiar for its deep comfort. The thick pile of the aubusson carpet cushions your steps, absorbing any sound, creating a path of profound quietude. The air here feels soft and still, imbued with the delicate, almost imperceptible fragrance of potpourri and the faint, earthy aroma of old wood. The gas lamps in this room have been dimmed, casting a soft, ambient glow that softens the edges of the rich velvet furnishings, creating an inviting, intimate atmosphere. You approach a large, inviting armchair, upholstered in a deep, muted sapphire velvet, its generous proportions promising profound rest. Allowing your weight to settle, you sink deeply into its yielding cushions, the luxurious fabric sighing softly beneath you, molding to your form with a gentle, supportive embrace. The velvet feels incredibly soft and cool against your skin, its deep pile a comforting texture beneath your hands as you rest them on the broad armrests. A faint, almost inaudible creak from the chair's old frame accompanies your settling, a gentle, familiar sound that quickly fades into the room's prevailing stillness. Beside the armchair, a tall, slender reading lamp stands, its brass stem gleaming softly in the dim light. You reach out, your fingertips brushing lightly against the cool, smooth metal of its switch. With a soft, deliberate click, the lamp's shade, crafted from a delicate, pale cream silk, comes to life, emitting a warm, focused glow that spills downwards, creating a perfect circle of soft light over the book resting on the small, adjacent side table. The sudden, intimate illumination pushes back the surrounding shadows, creating a cozy, contained world of light and quiet. The air around the lamp feels subtly warmer, imbued with the faint, clean scent of heated silk. Your gaze falls upon the book, its leather binding a deep, faded forest green, resting patiently on the polished surface of the small mahogany table. The light from the lamp catches the subtle sheen of the aged leather, highlighting the intricate, almost imperceptible gold tooling on its spine. You reach out, your fingers gently closing around the cool, smooth cover. The weight of the volume in your hands is substantial, a comforting heft that speaks of its history and the quality of its craftsmanship. The faint, dry scent of old paper, a subtle aroma of vanilla and thyme, rises gently to meet you as you open the book, its pages parting with a soft, almost ethereal whoosh. You begin to read, your eyes tracing the elegant lines of text, each word a gentle guide into a quiet narrative. With a slow, unhurried rhythm, your finger reaches the bottom of a page. You lift it with a delicate, precise motion, feeling the thin, cool paper yield beneath your touch. The page turns with a soft, almost imperceptible rustle, a whisper like dry leaves, stirred by an unseen breath, a gentle, rhythmic sound that marks the quiet passage of time. The soft light of the reading lamp continues to bathe the pages in its warm, steady glow, inviting a deeper sense of unhurried calm. The profound quiet of the drawing room deepens around you, broken only by the gentle, rhythmic turning of pages and the soft, consistent hum of the distant gas lamps. You remain, fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of your book and the soft, unwavering light, as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The gentle, rhythmic turning of pages which filled the drawing room moments ago now comes to a quiet halt. You close the leather-bound book with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, its cool, smooth cover a comforting weight in your hands. The soft, focused glow of the reading lamp, which illuminated the text, now seems to recede, leaving the room in a deeper, more profound quiet as the night outside fully embraces the city. You rise from the deep velvet armchair, the plush fabric sighing softly beneath you, releasing you from its warm embrace. Your silk robe whispers a faint, continuous rustle with each deliberate, unhurried step, a soft counterpoint to the profound stillness that permeates the apartment. The air in the drawing room, previously imbued with the scent of aged paper and potpourri, now subtly shifts as you move, taking on a cooler, more expansive quality. You leave the intimate circle of the reading lamp's glow, transitioning from the soft carpet to the cool, smooth parquet of the adjacent hallway. Your slippers glide silently across the polished oak floor, each interlocking piece a testament to meticulous craftsmanship, its surface reflecting the ambient, dim gaslight with a deep, liquid sheen. You move with an inherent grace, guided by the subtle, clean scent of polished wood and the faint, almost imperceptible aroma of old glass that now beckons from the dining room. The profound quiet of the night deepens further here, absorbing any distant sounds from the slumbering city, leaving only the soft, internal rhythm of your own breath. You step into the grand dining room, a space of elegant proportions, now bathed in a soft, diffused glow from the strategically placed gas lamps, their steady light reflecting gently off the pale, creamy walls and the highly polished surfaces. The air here feels cool and still, imbued with the delicate, almost ethereal scent of aged oak from the grand dining table and the faint, clean aroma of crystal. Your gaze is drawn immediately to the magnificent mahogany sideboard, its dark, lustrous surface gleaming with a deep, rich sheen, reflecting the soft lamplight like still water. Upon the sideboard, a collection of your cherished crystal decanters stands in silent, elegant array. Each piece, crafted from the finest lead crystal, catches the subdued light with a subtle, almost ethereal shimmer. The intricate, hand-cut facets of the crystal, designed to refract and reflect light, now capture the soft glow of the gas lamps, transforming it into a myriad of tiny, dancing points of light, like captured stars. You notice the way the light glints off the sharp, precise edges of the cuts, creating delicate, fleeting prisms that shift and disappear with the slightest movement of your gaze. The subtle shimmer is not overtly brilliant, but rather a soft, internal glow, a quiet radiance. You approach the sideboard, your fingers lightly tracing the cool, smooth, polished surface of the mahogany, feeling the exquisite craftsmanship of the aged wood, its subtle grain a comforting texture. You extend a hand, your fingertips hovering for a moment above a particular decanter, its stopper a heavy, perfectly cut piece of crystal, reflecting the light with a deep, internal fire. The decanter itself feels cool, even from a slight distance, radiating a palpable sense of its crystalline essence. The faint, clean scent of the glass, mingled with the subtle, sweet aroma of the fine, aged spirits it once held, drifts gently to you, a whisper of past evenings. The profound quiet of the dining room deepens around you, absorbing any lingering echoes of your movement. You remain, a silent observer, captivated by the subtle, mesmerizing dance of light within the crystal, a quiet spectacle of beauty and enduring craftsmanship, The subtle internal shimmer of the crystal decanters in the dining room slowly recedes from your awareness as you turn from their quiet elegance, leaving the soft, diffused gaslight behind. The faint, clean scent of polished glass, which permeated that grand space, now gently dissipates, replaced by a growing, delicate aroma of fresh herbs and warm, earthy spices, subtly drawing you towards the more functional heart of your apartment. You move with an unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly with each deliberate step, a continuous, gentle rustle that is barely audible in the profound quiet of the late evening. You step across the threshold into the well-appointed kitchen, and the air immediately feels different, brighter, crisper, imbued with a quiet energy of purpose. The gas lamps here are set to a slightly clearer, more direct glow, illuminating the meticulously organized space without harshness. The floor, a mosaic of cool pale gray and white marble tiles, feels firm and smooth beneath your slippers, a grounding contrast to the softer surfaces of the formal rooms. The scent of fresh parsley, perhaps a hint of thyme, mingles delicately with the clean, almost sterile aroma of polished copper and freshly scrubbed surfaces, a blend that speaks of both utility and refined care. You notice the way the light catches the gleaming surfaces of the copper pots and pans, hanging in ordered rows, their burnished metal reflecting the glow like distant, muted suns. Your gaze drifts across the expansive central island, its surface a thick slab of cool, smooth Carrara marble, veined with delicate gray. Upon it, a small, polished wooden cutting board is already laid out, accompanied by a selection of freshly washed, vibrant green herbs, their leaves still holding tiny, glistening droplets of water. You approach the island, your fingers lightly brushing against the cool, unyielding marble, feeling its solid presence, a testament to enduring quality. The soft, clean scent of the fresh herbs intensifies as you draw near, a verdant, invigorating aroma that awakens the senses. With a slow, deliberate movement, you reach for a small, gleaming silver paring knife, its handle cool and perfectly weighted in your hand. The subtle clink of the blade against the marble is barely a whisper, a delicate sound that quickly fades into the quiet. You select a sprig of fresh parsley, its delicate leaves cool and slightly damp beneath your fingertips, and place it gently on the wooden board. The faint, clean scent of the herb releases further as you hold it. With precise, unhurried strokes, you begin to finely chop the leaves, the soft, rhythmic thud-thud of the blade against the wood, a gentle, almost hypnotic percussion in the stillness. Each tiny piece of green falls with a soft, almost inaudible pitter-patter onto the board, forming a small, fragrant pile. You pause, allowing your breath to deepen, to settle, observing the meticulous order of the kitchen around you. The soft, steady hum of the gas stove, a low, consistent murmur, fills the background, a gentle presence that promises warmth and culinary delight. You notice the way the light from the gas lamps highlights the subtle sheen of the glazed ceramic tiles that line the walls, their smooth, cool surfaces reflecting the glow with a soft, inviting radiance. The aroma of fresh herbs, now more prominent, mingles with a faint, almost imperceptible scent of freshly baked bread from a distant larder, a subtle promise of simple, elegant sustenance. You carefully transfer the chopped herbs into a small, pristine porcelain bowl, the soft scrape of the knife against the wood, a delicate, fleeting sound. The profound quiet of the well-appointed kitchen deepens around you, broken only by the gentle, rhythmic sounds of your preparation and the soft, consistent hum of the gas stove. The delicate aroma of fresh herbs and the subtle warmth of the prepared supper, which filled the well-appointed kitchen moments ago, now gently precede you as you leave that purposeful space. The cool, smooth marble tiles of the kitchen floor yield to the softer, warmer parquet of the adjoining corridor, a quiet transition guiding you towards a more intimate setting for the evening meal. Your silk robe whispers softly with each measured step, a hushed counterpoint to the profound stillness that permeates the apartment as night deepens its quiet embrace. You step across the threshold into the intimate breakfast room, a space already familiar from the morning, but now transformed by the soft, ambient glow of a single, carefully dimmed gas lamp. Its light, a warm, steady amber, casts long, gentle shadows that stretch across the pale, creamy walls, softening the room's edges into an inviting embrace. The air here feels contained, imbued with the delicate, enticing fragrance of the simple supper you carry, a blend of savory warmth and fresh, verdant notes. The small, round table, crafted from pale, creamy marble with delicate gray veining, is already set with exquisite care, a pristine, starched linen cloth draped perfectly over its surface. You approach the table, its surface gleaming softly in the lamplight, reflecting the delicate porcelain plate and the polished silver cutlery laid out for your meal. You pull out the elegant, light wooden chair, its cane seat offering a slight, imperceptible give as you settle. The cool, smooth wood of the armrests feels pleasant beneath your fingertips, a grounding contact. With a slow, deliberate movement, you carefully transfer the prepared supper from the serving dish onto your plate. The soft, almost imperceptible scrape of porcelain against porcelain, a delicate sound in the quiet room. The savory aroma intensifies, warm and inviting, curling gently upwards. You reach for the polished silver fork, its cool, smooth handle a familiar weight in your hand. The light catches its burnished surface, reflecting a tiny, distorted image of the gas lamp's flame. You bring the fork to the plate, the delicate tines making only the softest, almost inaudible, clink-sabamas against the fine porcelain as you gather a small, perfectly sized portion of the supper. The first taste is a gentle warmth, a subtle blend of fresh, earthy flavors and delicate seasoning that spreads across your tongue, awakening your senses with quiet satisfaction. You chew slowly, savoring each nuance, allowing the flavors to linger. With a rhythmic, unhurried pace, you continue your meal. The quiet tongue-cunk of the silver fork against the porcelain plate becomes a soft, consistent rhythm, a gentle percussion in the profound stillness of the room. Each movement is deliberate, a mindful act of nourishment. You notice the way the gaslight flickers almost imperceptibly, causing the shadows on the wall to deepen and soften in a slow, hypnotic dance. The air, now filled with the subtle, comforting aroma of your supper, feels warm and still, creating a perfect cocoon of quiet indulgence. A faint, almost imperceptible sound of wood settling from the ancient structure of the apartment drifts from a distant part of the house, a soft, familiar whisper that is quickly absorbed by the thick walls. You pause, allowing your gaze to drift over the delicate, hand-painted floral patterns on the rim of your porcelain plate, their muted colors softened by the lamplight. The warmth of the food, The subtle clinking of the cutlery and the profound quiet of the room create a deep sense of peaceful contentment. The soft, even glow of the gas lamp continues to bathe the intimate space, inviting a deeper, unhurried rest as the night outside settles into profound stillness. The quiet clinking of cutlery from your intimate breakfast room has now faded into the profound stillness of the late evening, leaving behind only the subtle, lingering aroma of your simple supper. You rise from the elegant wooden chair, its cane seat yielding with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, and move with an unhurried grace from the familiar space. Your silk robe whispers softly against itself with each deliberate step, a continuous, gentle rustle that is barely audible in the apartment's deepening quiet. You make your way through a short, hushed corridor, the polished oak parquet floor cool and smooth beneath your slippers, a familiar path leading to a smaller, more personal study. The air here feels contained, imbued with the delicate, dry scent of old paper and the subtle, sweet aroma of aged wood. The gas lamps in this room are set to a low, warm glow, casting long, soft shadows that stretch across the thick, hand-woven rug, creating an inviting, intimate atmosphere. You approach a meticulously crafted writing bureau, its surface of dark, lustrous rosewood gleaming softly in the lamplight. A small, intricately carved wooden box, its lid smooth and cool to the touch, rests upon the desktop. This box, carefully selected for its proportions and fine grain, holds your cherished collection of antique postcards, each a silent testament to journeys across distant lands. You reach out, your fingers brushing lightly against the cool, polished wood of the box, feeling the exquisite craftsmanship of the aged timber. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently lift the lid of the box. A soft, almost inaudible click accompanies its opening, revealing the neatly stacked postcards within. A faint, dry scent of old paper, a subtle aroma of vanilla and forgotten adventures, rises gently to meet you from the depths of the box, mingling with the sweet, woody fragrance of the rosewood. The light from the gas lamp above catches the edges of the topmost cards, revealing their muted, faded colors and the delicate texture of the aged cardstock. You begin to carefully sort through the collection, your fingers gently touching each card. The antique postcards feel cool and slightly firm, their surfaces smooth yet with a subtle, almost imperceptible texture that speaks of their age and the countless hands that have held them. You notice the delicate, almost sepia-toned images, a grand hotel overlooking a misty Riviera coastline, a bustling Parisian boulevard softened by the passage of time, a serene Venetian canal reflecting a pale sky. The muted colors, once vibrant, now possess a gentle, dreamlike quality, inviting a quiet, unhurried contemplation. The soft rustle of the thick cardstock, as you separate one card from another, is a delicate, almost ethereal whisper, a continuous, soothing sound in the profound quiet. You arrange the postcards into small, neat stacks, grouping them by their distant origins. The faint thump of a newly completed stack settling onto the desk is barely audible, a soft, precise punctuation in the stillness. Your fingers trace the elegant, often faded, script on the reverse side of a card, feeling the subtle impression of the ink, imagining the hurried messages of a bygone era. The gas lamp continues its soft, steady hum, a low, tranquil murmur that underscores the profound quiet of the study. Each gentle movement, each subtle sound, each faint aroma contributes to a deep sense of peaceful engagement, a quiet journey through memories and distant places. The profound quiet of the personal study deepens around you, broken only by the gentle, rhythmic sounds of your organization and the soft, consistent hum of the gas lamp. You remain fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of this timeless activity as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The last antique postcard, its faded image a whisper of distant lands, settles back into its rosewood box with a soft, almost imperceptible thump. You close the lid with a gentle click, leaving the study's comforting scent of old paper and aged wood behind. The low, warm glow of the gas lamp continues its steady hum as you rise from the writing bureau, your silk robe whispering softly with each unhurried movement, drawn towards the profound quietude of your private retreat. You move with an inherent grace through the softly lit corridor, the thick, plush carpet absorbing your steps, creating a path of profound silence. The air here feels still and warm, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and a faint, sweet hint of dried lavender, a soothing prelude to deeper rest. Your destination is a secluded alcove within your master suite, a space designed for ultimate comfort and quiet contemplation. As you enter the alcove, your gaze is drawn to the elegant chaise lounge, its carved walnut frame gleaming softly in the dim, ambient light. The rich, deep emerald velvet upholstery of the chaise lounge appears almost liquid in the soft glow, inviting a languid repose. Upon its inviting surface, a cashmere throw, a cloud of soft, muted pearl gray, rests in a graceful cascade, its delicate fringes barely touching the polished parquet floor. The air immediately around the chaise lounge feels subtly softer, imbued with the faint, clean aroma of the cashmere itself, a whisper of luxury and warmth. You approach the chaise lounge, your fingers brushing lightly against the smooth, cool, carved wood of its armrest, feeling the exquisite craftsmanship of the aged timber. The sensation is grounding, connecting you to the enduring quality of your surroundings. With a slow, deliberate motion, you allow your body to settle onto the chaise lounge, the deep velvet cushions yielding with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh beneath your weight, embracing you in their plush comfort. The cool, smooth velvet feels incredibly soft against your skin, through the silk of your robe, a luxurious layering of textures. Your hand reaches for the cashmere throw, its fine, delicate fibers, incredibly soft and dry beneath your fingertips. You gather it with a slow, unhurried movement, feeling its surprising, comforting weight as it drapes across your legs and torso. The cashmere whispers a soft, almost inaudible rustle as you gently arrange it around you, tucking the edges with a subtle, delicate pressure. The warmth from the cashmere begins to spread almost immediately, a gentle, pervasive heat that permeates the silk of your robe, sinking into your skin, a profound sense of coziness. The muted pearl gray color of the throw seems to absorb the dim light, creating a soft, tranquil cocoon around you. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the profound quiet of the room wash over you completely. The soft, gentle hum of the distant gas lamps, a low, consistent murmur, fills the background, a steady, hypnotic sound that seems to slow the very passage of time. Each breath you take is deep, even, and unhurried, a gentle rhythm in the enveloping stillness. The sensation of the cashmere, its luxurious softness and comforting weight, becomes the singular focus, a tender embrace that invites a deeper state of relaxation. You feel the subtle, delicate texture of the individual fibers, almost imperceptible, a fine, soft cloud against your skin. When you open your eyes, the room remains in its state of profound tranquility. The cashmere throw a steady, warm presence over you. The soft, muted light from the gas lamps casts a serene glow, inviting a complete and unburdened surrender to the deepening quiet of the night. The comforting weight of the cashmere throw, which settled over you on the chaise lounge, now gently lifts as you stir from your deep repose. The profound quiet of the master suite, previously a warm embrace of luxurious fabrics and soft light, deepens further as you slowly rise, leaving the velvet cushions and their lingering warmth behind. The silk of your robe whispers a soft, continuous rustle with each deliberate, unhurried movement, a delicate sound that is almost absorbed by the enveloping stillness of the late night. You step from the deep pile of the alcove's carpet onto the cool, smooth expanse of the marble floor in your master suite. The sensation is distinct and grounding, a pleasant coolness beneath your slippers, connecting you to the enduring structure of the apartment. The gas lamps in the room have been subtly dimmed, casting a soft ambient glow that yields much of its dominion to the ethereal, silvery light of the moon, which now streams through the tall, arched windows. The air here feels still and cool, imbued with the faint, clean scent of polished stone and a delicate, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a familiar and soothing perfume of the night. You begin a slow, deliberate walk, your slippers gliding silently across the polished marble. Each step is measured, unhurried, a gentle rhythm in the profound quiet. Your gaze drifts across the vast, high-ceilinged room, where the moonlight paints stark, yet softened, patterns of light and shadow on the pale, creamy walls. You notice the way the silvery light catches the elaborate cornices, highlighting their intricate curves and details, transforming them into delicate, almost ghostly sculptures. The reflections on the polished floor are liquid and ethereal, mirroring the moon's soft glow in the faint, dancing shadows cast by the window panes. Moving beyond the master suite, you enter the long, elegant hallway that connects the apartment's main chambers. Here, the gas lamps are entirely extinguished, allowing the moonlight to reign supreme, creating a path of soft, luminous silver that stretches into the distance. The polished oak parquet floor, which felt cool and smooth earlier in the day, now radiates a deeper, more profound coolness beneath your slippers, each interlocking piece a silent testament to centuries of careful upkeep. The profound quiet of the night deepens further here, absorbing any distant sounds from the slumbering city, leaving only the soft, rhythmic whisper of your silk robe and the gentle, even cadence of your own breath. Your fingertips brush lightly against the cool, smooth surface of the marble dado rail as you pass, feeling its solid, unyielding presence, a grounding contact in the luminous quiet. You observe the subtle shimmer of the moonlight on a large, arched mirror, its surface reflecting the long, empty hallway in a dreamlike softened echo, blurring the edges of the corridor into an ethereal, tranquil vista. The air carries a faint, clean scent of old wood and the subtle mineral aroma of ancient stone, a quiet perfume of the enduring structure. You notice how the moonlight, as you move, causes the polished surfaces to gleam with a deeper, richer luster, revealing the fine grain of the aged timber in subtle, fleeting glimpses. You pause, allowing your breath to deepen, to settle, completely enveloped in the profound stillness and the soft, silvery light. The only sound is the gentle, almost imperceptible rustle of your robe, a continuous, soothing murmur that underscores the quietude. The cool, smooth touch of the marble floor remains a constant, comforting presence beneath your feet as you continue your slow, deliberate journey, each step a further surrender to the tranquil embrace of the moonlit night. The quiet, unhurried progression through these familiar spaces, bathed in the soft, ethereal glow, invites a deep and unburdened peace. The cool, smooth marble of the moonlit hallway beneath your slippers now guides your steps towards a different kind of quiet, a subtle shift in the air signaling proximity to the outside world. The profound stillness of the apartment, which enveloped you during your slow walk through its illuminated spaces, now yields to a delicate, sweet fragrance carried on the soft, evening breeze, drawing you towards an open window. The thick, solid walls of the corridor give way to the more open expanse of a chamber, perhaps a quiet salon or a private sitting room, where a tall, arched window stands partly ajar. Your slippers now glide across the polished oak parquet, its familiar pattern reflecting the subdued ambient light, a gentle contrast to the cool marble you just traversed. As you draw nearer, the air feels subtly cooler, fresher, carrying with it a distinct, delicate perfume that grows stronger with each unhurried step. You reach the window, its dark, polished oak frame cool and smooth beneath your fingertips as you lean gently against the sturdy sill. The moonlight, a soft, ethereal silver, now spills directly into the room, painting a wide, luminous path across the parquet, mirroring the patterns of the window panes. Your gaze drifts downwards, into the enclosed courtyard garden, where the dark, lush leaves of the camellias and ferns appear almost black in the shadows, interspersed with the paler, more delicate forms of the blooming gardenias. Here, the faint scent of gardenias which first drew you intensifies, a rich, creamy sweetness that subtly permeates the cool night air. It is a profound, comforting aroma, delicate yet distinct, a fragrant whisper from the living world just beyond the glass. You notice the clusters of white gardenia blossoms, almost luminous against the dark foliage, their petals appearing soft and velvety, even from this distance, absorbing the moonlight with a quiet glow. A single, almost imperceptible rustle of leaves, stirred by the softest breath of wind, drifts upwards, a gentle, natural sound in the profound quietude. A gentle, almost imperceptible evening breeze drifts softly through the partly open casement, a cool, refreshing caress against your exposed skin. It carries with it not only the sweet perfume of the gardenias, but also a clean, damp earthiness, a subtle aroma of the garden's rich soil, and the lingering moisture of the night. The silk of your robe, which felt warm from the interior, now feels distinctly cool against your skin, a delicate contrast to the enveloping softness of the fabric. You feel the subtle current of air move past your cheek, a fleeting, tender touch. You remain, a silent observer, allowing the profound stillness of the night and the delicate, sweet scent to wash over you completely. Your eyes trace the subtle, shifting patterns of moonlight and shadow on the dark leaves in the courtyard, a slow, continuous dance. The distant city, which earlier offered its faint rhythmic hum, is now almost entirely silent, its sounds absorbed by the vast open air and the late hour, leaving only a deep, enveloping quiet. A tiny, almost imperceptible glint of dew on a distant leaf catches the moonlight, a fleeting sparkle in the profound darkness. The gentle, sweet fragrance of the gardenias continues to drift on the cool evening breeze, a soft, ethereal presence that wraps around you. You stand, fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of the moonlit night and its subtle perfumes, inviting a profound and unburdened rest as the quiet hours unfold. The faint, sweet scent of gardenias, carried on the evening breeze through your window, gently recedes as you turn from the cool, moonlit air. The profound quiet of the night, which enveloped you in the sitting room, deepens further as you move with unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly against itself, towards the inner sanctum of your private library. The soft, silvery light of the moon, which illuminated the gardenias, now yields to the warmer, contained glow of gas lamps, casting long, tranquil shadows. You step across the threshold into the library, and the air immediately feels richer, softer, imbued with the deep, comforting aroma of old leather and the subtle sweetness of beeswax polish. The thick, hand-woven Persian rug, which covers the floor, cushions your steps, absorbing any sound, creating a path of profound silence. The gas lamps in this room, set to a low, consistent amber glow, bathe the space in a warm, inviting light that reflects gently off the polished surfaces of the dark oak bookshelves. You approach a large, deep armchair, upholstered in a rich, burnished oxblood leather, its surface gleaming softly in the lamplight. The scent of aged leather here is most pronounced, a profound, earthy fragrance that speaks of countless hours of quiet contemplation. You allow your weight to settle, sinking deeply into the yielding cushions, the supple leather sighing softly beneath you, molding to your form with a comforting embrace. The cool, smooth surface of the leather feels incredibly soft against your hands as you rest them on the broad armrests, tracing the subtle, almost imperceptible grain of the material. A faint, almost inaudible creak from the chair's old frame accompanies your settling, a gentle, familiar sound that quickly fades into the room's prevailing stillness. Your gaze drifts across the room, past the tall, dark oak bookshelves that line the walls, their surfaces gleaming with a deep, rich luster from the beeswax polish. The spines of the books, varied in color from deep forest green to muted crimson and rich brown, catch the soft lamplight with subtle glints of gold tooling. You notice the tiny, almost invisible dust motes that dance slowly in the warm, quiet air, illuminated by the steady glow of the gas lamps, a slow, ethereal movement that invites a deeper sense of tranquility. The rich, comforting scent of old paper, mingled with the pervasive aroma of leather and beeswax, surrounds you, a gentle, aromatic cocoon. From a small, intricately carved side table, you reach for a volume, its binding a deep, faded velvet, its cover unadorned and unassuming. This is a forgotten volume of poetry, its pages softened by time, its verses waiting patiently in the quiet. The velvet feels incredibly soft and dry beneath your fingertips, a luxurious texture that invites a gentle touch. As you lift it, the book feels substantial, its weight comforting in your hands. The faint, dry scent of old paper, a subtle aroma of vanilla and forgotten verses, rises gently to meet you as you open the book, its pages parting with a soft, almost ethereal whoosh. You begin to read, your eyes tracing the elegant lines of text, each word a gentle guide into a quiet narrative. With a slow, unhurried rhythm, your finger reaches the bottom of a page. You lift it with a delicate, precise motion, feeling the thin, cool paper yield beneath your touch. The page turns with a soft, almost imperceptible rustle, a whisper, like dry leaves stirred by an unseen breath, a gentle, rhythmic sound that marks the quiet passage of time. The soft light of the gas lamps continues to bathe the pages in its warm, steady glow, inviting a deeper sense of unhurried calm. The profound quiet of the library deepens around you, broken only by the gentle, rhythmic turning of pages and the soft, consistent hum of the gas lamps. The soft rustle of poetry pages, which filled the library moments ago, now comes to a final, gentle close. You carefully place the forgotten volume back onto the small side table, its velvet covers settling with a quiet sigh against the polished wood. The deep, comforting scent of old leather and beeswax from the study gently fades as you rise, your silk robe whispering softly with each unhurried movement, guided by the profound stillness of the late night. You move with an inherent grace through the softly lit corridor, the thick, plush carpet absorbing your steps, creating a path of profound silence. The air here feels still and cool, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and a faint, sweet hint of dried lavender, a soothing prelude to deeper rest. You pass through the familiar antechamber, its marble floor cool beneath your slippers, and enter the hushed sanctuary of your master suite, where a different kind of light now beckons. The gas lamps in the master suite have been extinguished, leaving the room in a profound, velvety darkness, softened only by the faint, ethereal glow of the distant moon filtering through the heavy drapes. However, a small, intimate circle of light now draws your gaze, emanating from a single, slender candle placed on your bedside table. Its soft, unwavering flame casts a gentle, warm glow that pushes back the surrounding shadows, creating a tranquil, contained world of light and quiet. The air immediately around the candle feels subtly warmer, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of melting beeswax, a pure, subtle aroma that promises serenity. You approach the bedside table, its polished mahogany surface gleaming softly in the candlelight, reflecting the tiny, dancing flame like a liquid jewel. The cool, smooth wood feels solid and grounding beneath your fingertips as you rest your hand lightly on its edge. Upon the table, beside the flickering candle, a small, porcelain teacup, its surface a pristine white, sits empty, its delicate gold rim catching the light with a subtle, muted shimmer. The faint, clean scent of residual herbal tea, a whisper of chamomile or lavender, drifts from its interior, a final, calming note to the day. You settle onto the edge of your grand four-poster bed, the heavy silk duvet yielding softly beneath your weight, its cool, smooth surface a gentle caress against your skin. The soft rustle of the silk, a delicate, continuous whisper, accompanies your movement, a tranquil sound in the deep quiet. Your gaze is drawn to the candle flame, its steady, unwavering light captivating in its simplicity. You watch as the flame dances almost imperceptibly, its tiny movements causing the shadows on the wall to deepen and soften in a slow, hypnotic rhythm. The subtle scent of melting beeswax intensifies, a pure, clean fragrance that fills the immediate space around the bedside table, creating a profound sense of peace. The profound quiet of the master suite deepens around you, broken only by the barely audible soft hiss of the melting wax and the gentle rhythmic cadence of your own breathing. You reach out, your fingertips hovering for a moment just above the flame, feeling its delicate warmth, a fleeting, tender touch. The cool, smooth surface of the porcelain teacup feels comforting as you trace its rim, a familiar object in the intimate glow. The deep, velvety darkness of the room, softened by the singular, unwavering light of the candle, creates a perfect cocoon of tranquility, inviting a complete and unburdened surrender to the deepening quiet of the night. The soft glow of the single candle continues its steady, unwavering illumination, casting long, gentle shadows that dance softly with the slow, rhythmic flow of your breath. You remain fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of this intimate light as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The soft glow of the single candle which illuminated your bedside table moments ago now recedes as you gently blow it out, plunging the master suite into a profound, velvety darkness, broken only by the faint, ethereal moonlight filtering through the drapes. The delicate, clean scent of melting beeswax, which filled the immediate space, now slowly dissipates, replaced by the cool, still air of the late night. You rise from the edge of the bed, the heavy silk duvet sighing softly beneath you, and move with an unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly with each deliberate step, guided by the profound stillness that permeates the apartment. You make your way through the hushed corridors, the cool, smooth marble and polished oak parquet floors familiar beneath your slippers, a path of profound quietude. The gas lamps in the main living spaces have been extinguished, leaving the apartment in a state of deep, ambient darkness, softened only by the occasional spill of moonlight or the faint, distant glow from a street lamp far below. The air here feels still and cool, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of polished stone and the subtle, earthy aroma of aged wood. Your destination is a small, meticulously organized pantry, tucked away in a quiet corner of the apartment, a space of precise utility. As you approach, a faint, clean aroma of dried herbs, subtle yet distinct, begins to greet you, a promise of warmth and gentle repose. You push open the discreet, dark wooden door, its hinges yielding with a soft, almost imperceptible creak, revealing a compact, brightly lit space within. A single, focused gas lamp set to a clear, steady glow, illuminates the shelves, showcasing an array of porcelain jars and glass containers. You approach a specific shelf, its polished oak surface gleaming softly in the lamplight. Your fingers drift idly over the smooth, cool surfaces of the porcelain jars, tracing the elegant, gold-painted labels. Each jar, a pristine white, holds a different dried herb, carefully selected for its calming properties. The faint, dry scent of chamomile, perhaps a hint of lavender or lemon balm, rises gently to meet you as your hand hovers over the collection. You select a small, round porcelain jar, its surface cool and smooth beneath your fingertips, its weight light and familiar. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently lift the lid of the chosen jar. A soft, almost inaudible clink accompanies its opening, releasing a delicate, dry aroma of dried chamomile, pure and soothing, into the air. You reach for a small, silver measuring spoon, its polished surface reflecting the lamplight with a subtle gleam. With precise, unhurried movements, you scoop a small, perfectly measured portion of the dried chamomile blossoms from the jar. The delicate, papery texture of the dried petals feels incredibly light and dry beneath the spoon, creating a soft, almost imperceptible rustle as they are gathered. You then transfer the dried chamomile into a delicate porcelain teacup, its pristine white surface and fine gold rim already familiar from your bedside table. The delicate dried blossoms fall into the cup with a soft, almost inaudible patter, a gentle, ethereal sound in the profound quiet. Next, you move to a small, gleaming copper kettle, already filled with water and gently warming on a low gas flame, its surface radiating a subtle, comforting heat. A faint, almost imperceptible hiss of steam begins to rise from its spout, a quiet promise of warmth. The profound quiet of the pantry deepens around you, broken only by the gentle, rhythmic sounds of your preparation and the soft, consistent hum of the gas flame. You remain, fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of this precise ritual, as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The delicate, soothing aroma of chamomile fills the air, a gentle, fragrant invitation to deeper calm. The delicate, soothing aroma of chamomile, which filled the pantry moments ago, now gently dissipates as you leave that purposeful space. The soft, quiet hum of the gas flame beneath the copper kettle fades behind you, replaced by the profound stillness of the late night. You move with an unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly with each deliberate step, a continuous, gentle rustle that is barely audible in the apartment's deepening quiet. You make your way through the hushed corridors, the cool, smooth marble and polished oak parquet floors familiar beneath your slippers, a path of profound quietude. The gas lamps in the main living spaces have been extinguished, leaving the apartment in a state of deep, ambient darkness, softened only by the occasional spill of moonlight or the faint, distant glow from a street lamp far below. The air here feels still and cool, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of polished stone and the subtle, earthy aroma of aged wood, a familiar perfume of the night. You enter the grand salon, a space of elegant proportions, now bathed in a soft, diffused glow from the strategically placed, dimmed gas lamps, their steady light reflecting gently off the pale, creamy walls and the highly polished surfaces. The air here feels contained, imbued with the faint, comforting scent of old velvet and a subtle, almost imperceptible aroma of beeswax. Your gaze is drawn upwards, towards the magnificent ceiling, where the intricate details of your Belle Époque frescoes are now revealed in the softened light. You settle into a deep, velvet-upholstered fauteuil, its plush cushions yielding softly beneath your weight, embracing you in their profound comfort. The rich emerald green velvet feels incredibly soft and cool against your skin, its luxurious pile sighing almost imperceptibly as it molds to your form. Your hands, now pleasantly warm, rest lightly on the smooth fabric of the armrests, tracing the subtle texture. Your head rests gently against the high back, allowing your gaze to drift upwards, towards the painted canvas above, a world of subtle colors and graceful forms. The ceiling frescoes, a masterpiece of Belle Époque artistry, depict a serene tableau of allegorical figures amidst soft, swirling clouds and delicate architectural elements. The dim, ambient gaslight, rather than illuminating them directly, now softens their contours, giving them an ethereal, dreamlike quality. You notice the subtle variations in color, the faded pastels of rose and sky blue, the muted golds and greens, all softened by time yet still possessing a quiet vibrancy. The figures, with their flowing drapery and serene expressions, seem to float effortlessly, their painted forms brought to life by the gentle, dancing shadows cast by the flickering gaslight. Your eyes trace the intricate details of a specific section, perhaps the delicate curve of a cloud or the graceful sweep of a painted arm. The light catches the subtle texture of the frescoed surface, revealing the minute, almost imperceptible brushstrokes of the artist, a testament to the meticulous craftsmanship. You imagine the careful hand that applied each layer of pigment, creating an illusion of depth and movement on the flat surface. The profound quiet of the salon deepens around you, broken only by the barely audible soft hum of the gas lamps, a steady, hypnotic murmur that seems to slow the very passage of time. The air, still and warm, carries the faint scent of old canvas and dried pigments, a quiet perfume of art and history. You remain, fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of this timeless artwork as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The intricate details of the frescoes, softened by the ambient light, continue their silent, graceful dance above you, a serene invitation to deeper calm. The intricate, painted forms of the ceiling frescoes, which held your gaze in the grand salon, now slowly recede from your awareness as the deep quiet of the late night fully envelops the apartment. The soft, ambient glow of the salon's dimmed gas lamps, which illuminated the artistry above, gently fades behind you as you move with an unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly with each deliberate step, guided towards the profound stillness of your private dressing room. You step across the threshold, the cool, polished parquet of the corridor, yielding to the thick, plush pile of the dressing room carpet. The sensation beneath your slippers is one of immediate, profound softness, cushioning your every movement and absorbing any sound. The air here feels consistently still and cool, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fine linen, subtly mingled with the faint, sweet aroma of dried lavender from discreetly placed sachets, a familiar and soothing perfume of the night. The room is bathed in a soft, diffused light, perhaps from a single low-set gas lamp, casting long, gentle shadows that soften the edges of the polished mahogany armoires and the delicate chaise lounge. Your gaze drifts towards the grand armoire, its dark, lustrous mahogany surface gleaming softly in the subdued light, reflecting the intricate cornices of the high ceiling like still water. The cool, smooth brass handles of its doors catch the light with a muted, elegant glint. You approach with a measured pace, your fingers brushing lightly against the polished wood as you draw near, feeling its solid, unyielding presence. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently open one of the armoire's tall doors. A soft, almost inaudible click accompanies its release, revealing the carefully curated collection of garments within. The air inside the armoire, cool and undisturbed, carries a faint, luxurious aroma of fine fabrics, a whisper of silk and delicate lace, mingling with the clean scent of the aged wood. Your eyes drift over the various textures and muted hues of the garments, pausing on a section where soft, flowing silks are suspended on padded hangers. You reach out, your fingertips brushing against the cool, incredibly smooth surface of a silk undergarment. Its fabric, a deep, lustrous ivory. The initial contact is exquisitely soft, almost weightless, a delicate caress against your skin. As you gently draw the hanger forward, the silk cascades with a profound, hushed rustle, a sound like dry leaves whispering in a gentle breeze, yet infinitely softer, more refined, a delicate, almost hypnotic murmur. The fabric itself, feels fluid, alive, flowing effortlessly through your fingers as you arrange it. You notice the way the light catches the intricate, almost imperceptible weave of the silk, revealing tiny, delicate imperfections that only add to its authentic beauty. You allow your hand to linger, feeling the delicate, cool weight of the fabric, its subtle sheen. You turn, moving to a small velvet-upholstered stool positioned near a tall, arched window, its heavy drapes drawn, filtering the distant moonlight into an even softer glow. The stool, with its dark, carved walnut frame, invites a quiet pause. Allowing your weight to settle, you sink gently onto the plush velvet cushion, the fabric, a deep, muted rose, yielding softly beneath you with a faint, almost imperceptible sigh. The cool, smooth wood of the stool's legs feels solid beneath your hands as you rest them lightly on your lap. The profound quiet of the dressing room deepens around you, absorbing any lingering echoes of your movement. The delicate, clean scent of the fine silks, now subtly warmed by your proximity, rises gently to meet you, a comforting, luxurious perfume that wraps around you like a gentle, silken embrace. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the gentle, rhythmic cadence of your own breathing, a soft, internal whisper in the enveloping stillness. The gentle moment of stillness, surrounded by fine silks in your private dressing room, now softly concludes. You rise from the velvet stool, the plush fabric yielding with a faint, almost imperceptible sigh, leaving the delicate scent of lavender and fine linen behind. The profound quiet of the late night, which enveloped you in that intimate space, deepens further as you move with unhurried grace, your silk robe whispering softly with each deliberate step, guided towards the ultimate sanctuary of your bed. You step from the thick plush carpet of the dressing room onto the cool, smooth expanse of the marble floor in your master suite. The sensation beneath your slippers is one of immediate distinction, a grounding coolness that contrasts gently with the warmth of the carpet, connecting you to the enduring structure of the apartment. The room itself is steeped in a profound velvety darkness, softened only by the faint, ethereal spill of moonlight that filters through the heavy drapes, casting long, indistinct shadows that dance slowly with the subtle currents of air. The air here feels still and cool, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of polished stone and the familiar, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a soothing perfume of the night. You approach your grand four-poster bed, its dark, polished mahogany frame, a silent, stately presence in the dim light. The immense bed, with its towering posts and graceful canopy, seems to absorb the surrounding shadows, creating a haven of comfort. The heavy silk duvet, its surface a rich, deep blue, gleams with a muted luster, reflecting the faint moonlight in subtle, shifting patches. You reach the bedside, your fingers brushing lightly against the cool, smooth wood of the bedpost, feeling its solid, unyielding presence, a comforting anchor in the enveloping quiet. With a slow, deliberate motion, you extend your hands towards the bed covers. Your fingertips first meet the cool, smooth surface of the silk duvet, its luxurious fabric yielding softly beneath your touch. You gather a generous portion of the duvet, feeling its substantial, comforting weight as you begin to draw it back. The silk whispers a profound, hushed rustle, a delicate, continuous murmur like dry leaves stirred by an unseen breath, yet infinitely softer, more refined, a gentle, almost hypnotic sound in the deep quiet of the room. The sound is never sharp, always a low, flowing whisper, a soft symphony of fabric. As the heavy silk duvet falls back, it reveals the pristine, white linen sheets beneath. The subtle coolness of the linen greets your exposed skin, a fresh, crisp sensation that is both invigorating and deeply soothing. You run your hand lightly over the smooth, unadorned surface of the sheet, feeling the fine, cool texture of the tightly woven fibers, a delicate contrast to the richer silk of the duvet. The linen feels incredibly clean, dry, and cool, a promise of profound rest. You notice the precise, crisp fold at the very top of the sheet, meticulously turned down, a small, perfect detail in the enveloping darkness. You gently adjust the pillows, their soft, plump forms yielding beneath your touch, creating a perfect, inviting nest. The faint, clean scent of fresh linen, subtle yet distinct, rises from the bed, mingling with the delicate aroma of your silk robe, creating a comforting, layered perfume of the night. You pause, allowing your breath to deepen, to settle, completely enveloped in the profound stillness and the soft, cool embrace of the prepared bed. The subtle coolness of the linen, the delicate rustle of the silk, and the encompassing quiet of the master suite create a perfect cocoon of tranquility. The velvety darkness of the room, softened by the faint, ethereal moonlight and the profound quiet, wraps around you, inviting a complete and unburdened surrender to the deepening night. The subtle coolness of the pristine linen, which moments ago greeted your skin as you drew back the bed covers, now fully envelops you as you settle deep into the soft embrace of your grand four-poster bed. The heavy silk duvet, a comforting weight, rises gently over you, its smooth surface a delicate caress against your shoulders and arms. The profound quiet of the master suite, previously softened by the faint moonlight, has now deepened into a velvety darkness, a luxurious cocoon that seems to absorb all light and sound from within the apartment. You lie still, allowing the luxurious softness of the silk and the crisp coolness of the linen to settle around you, feeling the gentle, even pressure of the mattress beneath your body. Your head sinks comfortably into the plump, down-filled pillows, their soft forms molding perfectly to the curve of your neck, a profound sense of support and ease. The air in the room feels perfectly still, cool and fresh, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and the familiar, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a soothing perfume of the deepest night. From this profound stillness, your awareness slowly drifts to the world, beyond your heavy drapes and thick walls. You begin to perceive the distant, hushed sounds of the city, now preparing for its own profound slumber. These are not sharp, intrusive noises, but rather a soft, almost ethereal symphony of the late hour, filtered by distance and the insulating structure of your Belle Époque residence. You hear the faint, almost musical whisper of a passing carriage on a far-off cobbled street, its iron wheels creating a soft, rhythmic rumble that quickly fades into the background, a gentle, percussive echo that barely registers before it is gone. The sound is so muted, it feels more like a memory of a sound. A subtle, almost imperceptible current of cool air, a delicate breath from the outside world, occasionally brushes against the edges of the tall, arched window frames, carrying with it a faint, clean scent of damp earth, and the distant, almost imagined aroma of a night-blooming jasmine from a neighboring garden. This fleeting fragrance is so subtle, it feels like a dream of a scent, a whisper on the very edge of perception. You listen for it, then it is gone, leaving only the profound quiet once more. The heavy velvet drapes, drawn tightly across the windows, absorb almost all external light, allowing only the faintest, most diffused glow to filter through a tiny, almost invisible seam, a soft, ethereal sliver of silver that barely penetrates the deep darkness, a silent, unmoving sentinel. Occasionally, a faint, muffled murmur of human activity, too indistinct to form words, drifts upwards from the slumbering streets below, a collective whisper of the city's final stirrings, a soft, continuous hum that is more felt than truly heard. This distant sound is never sharp, always profoundly softened, a gentle, rhythmic presence that seems to deepen the sense of peace within your private sanctuary. You listen to its slow, steady cadence, allowing its profound distance to lull your thoughts into an even deeper state of calm. The cool, smooth silk of your duvet, a continuous, gentle presence, rests lightly over you, its subtle weight, a comforting anchor in the enveloping stillness. The profound quiet of the master's suite deepens around you, broken only by the barely audible, hushed sounds of the city preparing for sleep and the gentle, rhythmic cadence of your own breathing. You remain fully enveloped in the tranquil embrace of your bed as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and unburdened rest. The distant sounds, now almost entirely absorbed, become a part of the silence, a soft, hypnotic lullaby. The distant, hushed sounds of the city preparing for sleep, which moments ago offered a soft, rhythmic lullaby from beyond your windows, now slowly, almost imperceptibly, begin to recede. The profound quiet of the master suite, previously softened by the faint, muffled whispers of the outside world, deepens further, settling into a complete and enveloping stillness. You lie still, nestled deeply within the soft embrace of your grand four-poster bed, the cool, crisp linen, and the comforting weight of the silk duvet, a luxurious cocoon around you. The air in the room feels perfectly still, cool and fresh, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and the familiar, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a soothing perfume of the deepest night. Your head rests comfortably into the plump, down-filled pillows, their soft forms molding perfectly to the curve of your neck, a profound sense of support and ease. You allow your awareness to drift, no longer seeking external sounds, but rather sensing the deep, pervasive silence that now fills every corner of your grand apartment. It is a silence that feels almost tangible, a soft, velvety blanket that absorbs all lingering echoes, a profound and comforting absence of sound. Within this deep quiet, you might perceive the most subtle, almost ethereal sounds of the old house itself settling for the night. Perhaps a faint, almost imperceptible creak from a distant floorboard, a gentle sigh of aged wood as the structure responds to the cooling night air, a sound so soft it feels more imagined than truly heard, or a barely audible tick asterisk from the intricate mechanism of a grand clock in a faraway hall, its rhythm slowed to an almost glacial pace, a fleeting whisper of time passing in the profound stillness. These internal sounds are never jarring, merely gentle acknowledgments of the apartment's enduring presence, quickly reabsorbed by the enveloping quiet. The profound, velvety darkness of the room, softened only by the faintest, most diffused glow filtering through a tiny, almost invisible seam in the heavy drapes, creates a visual tranquility. There are no sharp edges, no demanding forms, only a deep, comforting expanse of shadow that invites the eyes to close, to rest. You feel the continuous, gentle caress of the cool, smooth silk duvet against your shoulders and arms, its subtle weight, a steady, grounding presence. The crisp, clean linen beneath your body offers a consistent, cool touch, a serene foundation for deep rest. Each breath you take is deep, even and unhurried, a soft, internal rhythm that harmonizes with the profound stillness of the apartment. The stillness is complete now, a comforting silence that wraps around you like a familiar embrace, a profound sense of peace. There are no more distant sounds from the city, no more internal whispers from the house, only the deep, continuous quiet, a soft, enveloping presence that invites a complete and unburdened surrender. You remain, fully immersed in the tranquil embrace of this comforting silence, as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and restorative rest. The quiet, unmoving air, the soft touch of the bedding, and the encompassing stillness create a perfect sanctuary for sleep. The comforting silence of your grand apartment, which settled around you moments ago, now deepens further, becoming an almost tangible presence in the profound quiet of the late night. You lie perfectly still, nestled deeply within the soft embrace of your luxurious bed, the cool, crisp linen and the comforting weight of the silk duvet forming a perfect, enveloping cocoon around your body. Each subtle shift of your weight is absorbed by the plush mattress, its yielding surface molding perfectly to your form, offering a profound sense of support and ease. Your head rests comfortably, sinking gently into the plump, down-filled pillows, their soft, yielding forms cradling your neck and head. The cool, smooth silk of the pillowcases, a delicate touch against your cheek, feels exquisitely soft, its subtle sheen almost imperceptible in the deep darkness. The air in the room feels perfectly still, cool and fresh, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen, and the familiar, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a soothing perfume of the deepest night. This blend of aromas is so subtle, it feels like a memory rather than a direct sensation, a gentle whisper on the very edge of perception. You allow your awareness to drift, no longer seeking external sounds, for there are none. The profound, velvety darkness of the master suite, softened only by the faintest, most diffused glow filtering through a tiny, almost invisible seam in the heavy drapes, creates a visual tranquility. There are no sharp edges, no demanding forms, only a deep, comforting expanse of shadow that invites the eyes to remain closed, to rest completely. You feel the continuous, gentle caress of the cool, smooth silk duvet against your shoulders and arms, its fluid surface a delicate, unbroken touch, its subtle weight, a steady, grounding presence that holds you gently. The crisp, clean linen beneath your body offers a consistent, cool touch, a serene foundation for deep rest, its fine fibers almost imperceptible against your skin. Each breath you take is deep, even, and unhurried, a soft, internal rhythm that harmonizes with the profound stillness of the apartment. You notice the slow, steady rise and fall of your chest, the gentle expansion and contraction, a quiet, reassuring pulse of life within the enveloping calm. Your heartbeat, a soft, rhythmic drum, becomes almost indistinguishable from the pervasive quiet, a gentle, internal echo that slowly, subtly fades into the background of your awareness. The sensation of your body relaxing, limb by limb, joint by joint, spreads outwards from your core, a slow, gentle unraveling of any lingering tension. Your muscles soften, releasing their hold, sinking deeper into the plush comfort of the mattress. Thoughts, if they arise, are fleeting, insubstantial, like wisps of mist that gather briefly before dissolving back into the vast, calm ocean of your mind. They do not demand attention, merely float past, unheeded, as you drift further into a calm reverie. The profound quiet is absolute, a complete absence of sound that allows your internal world to soften, to expand, to become boundless. The subtle coolness of the linen, the delicate warmth from the silk, and the encompassing stillness create a perfect sanctuary for your mind to wander gently, without purpose or direction, simply existing in the deep comfort of the moment. The very edges of your awareness begin to blur, softening into a gentle, unhurried surrender. You remain, fully immersed in the tranquil embrace of this deep comfort, as the night outside gently deepens, inviting a profound and restorative rest. The soft, unmoving air, the luxurious touch of the bedding, and the encompassing stillness create a perfect sanctuary, allowing your mind to drift effortlessly into the deepest, most peaceful slumber. The calm reverie, which gently cradled your awareness moments ago, now seamlessly deepens, dissolving the last vestiges of conscious thought. You lie perfectly still, nestled deeply within the soft embrace of your luxurious bed. The cool, crisp linen and the comforting weight of the silk duvet, forming a perfect, enveloping cocoon around your body. Each subtle shift of your weight is absorbed by the plush mattress, its yielding surface molding perfectly to your form, offering a profound sense of support and ease that now feels utterly boundless. Your head rests comfortably, sinking gently into the plump, down-filled pillows, their soft, yielding forms cradling your neck and head. The cool, smooth silk of the pillowcases, a delicate touch against your cheek, feels exquisitely soft, its subtle sheen now entirely imperceptible in the profound darkness. The air in the room feels perfectly still, cool, and fresh, imbued with the delicate, clean scent of fresh linen and the familiar, almost imperceptible aroma of dried roses from the porcelain vase on the commode, a soothing perfume that has now blended into an indistinguishable, tranquil essence of quietude. This blend of aromas is so subtle, it feels like a memory rather than a direct sensation, a gentle whisper on the very edge of perception, slowly fading away. You allow your awareness to drift, no longer seeking external sounds, for there are none. The profound, velvety darkness of the master suite, softened only by the faintest, most diffused glow filtering through a tiny, almost invisible seam in the heavy drapes, creates a visual tranquility that now feels absolute. There are no sharp edges, no demanding forms, only a deep, comforting expanse of shadow that invites the eyes to remain closed, to rest completely, to simply be. You feel the continuous, gentle caress of the cool, smooth silk duvet against your shoulders and arms, its fluid surface, a delicate, unbroken touch, its subtle weight, a steady, grounding presence that holds you gently, almost imperceptibly. The crisp, clean linen beneath your body offers a consistent, cool touch, a serene foundation for deep rest, its fine fibers now so subtle against your skin as to be almost unnoticeable. Each breath you take is deep, even, and unhurried, a soft internal rhythm that harmonizes with the profound stillness of the apartment. You notice the slow, steady rise and fall of your chest, the gentle expansion and contraction, a quiet, reassuring pulse of life within the enveloping calm. Your heartbeat, a soft rhythmic drum, becomes almost indistinguishable from the pervasive quiet, a gentle internal echo that slowly, subtly fades into the background of your awareness, becoming one with the deep silence. The sensation of your body relaxing, limb by limb, joint by joint, spreads outwards from your core, a slow, gentle unraveling of any lingering tension. Your muscles soften, releasing their hold, sinking deeper and deeper into the plush comfort of the mattress, becoming weightless. Thoughts, if they arise, are fleeting, insubstantial, like wisps of mist that gather briefly before dissolving back into the vast calm ocean of your mind. They do not demand attention, merely float past, unheeded, as you drift further into a calm reverie, a state of pure, unburdened existence. The edges of your awareness begin to blur, soften, and then gently unravel, losing their definition, melting into the profound quiet. The sensation of drifting, floating, sinking into an endless, peaceful depth becomes all-encompassing, a gentle, effortless descent. The profound quiet is absolute, a complete absence of sound that allows your internal world to soften, to expand, to become boundless, merging with the expansive darkness. The final, gentle breath of quiet settles around you, a soft, profound exhalation that marks a complete surrender, as your conscious mind softly dissolves into the boundless, peaceful depths of slumber.